golfing for a couple years now, and he's
This is how I crush my.
Hello? It says we're live now.
Well, I don't know. I guess
I don't either. Like, all hell's. Can you guys see us?
I guess
This
the
is
chat will
incredible.
tell.
This is incredible what's going on. For those of you scoring at home, we are up on the YouTube. I can assure you of that. Let me check the YouTube. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. This is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, this is
This is amazing.
Yeah,
like what's going on? Like you can,
apparently they had trouble with the planes again, and now
What?
this. Yeah, they had trouble with the planes somewhere. I don't know if it was Newark or where that was. It was on the news, and now this.
Okay, so boom! I wanted to open up with a funny video that people sent me. I don't like my hair. I didn't have time to do product because I was freaking out. But oh my god! Happy fucking Friday! Welcome to Bonus Loads. I look forward to this, as do many people every week. It's a nice little respite from all the craziness, and by that I mean just we amp up the craziness. Here's your I would say my co-host Max Loads. How are you, Max?
Good. How are you?
Good. The throat's a lot better. Still a little scratchy in one spot. I don't know what I did. I'm pretty sure I scratched it eating something. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
But you know my concern. Like I've been doing shows and stand up, hasn't bothered me at all. Knock wood. So you know what I mean. One of those things. Yeah. Shout out if you. Well, Jeff, you're on the YouTube. Okay. Let's check out the Rumble chat. No,
you need to save the pipes for the big show on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Now you're going to be there doing some time, right, Loads? It's going to be a good turnout. We're very excited. I am the throat goat. Thank you.
How do you know it's going to be a good turnout?
What's that?
How do you know it's going to be a good turnout?
It's going to be like we got to get on who people down there. Are you spreading the word? Are you bringing the heat, Peter? It's a door deal. Daddy needs the door deal.
People. I don't know people.
Son of a bitch. Fucking, let me tell you, everyone on YouTube can suck my dick because I don't know if you saw this, but look, this is what I was sharing. Rumble is take a look at this shit. Rumble is experiencing a large scale DDoS attack, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what that is.
It's of something of service. Disruption of service.
What's the other D? Or did they just stutter?
Is it 2 Ds?
It's a DDoS attack. What's a DDoS attack?
I do not know what the first D is.
A distributed denial of service attack is what it is. Look at that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
what. It's a cyber attack where multiple fucking compromised systems sought to target with internet, making unavailable to legitimate users. The goal is to disrupt service overwhelming. Similar to a traffic yam on a highway. Thank you, Mr. Fabersham.
That's all you need to know. They don't do that. Maybe I shouldn't speak. Maybe they do that to YouTube as well. I don't know.
I think they're trying to show that fucking, you couldn't do it to YouTube, but you can do it to Rumble because Rumble isn't where YouTube is yet, But I also think it's, what's that?
No, go ahead.
I also think it's what is Rumble stock? RUM? Yeah. Rumble stock having a good day. Tell you that much.
What's it at?
What's that?
Oh, I made money. Because I think I bought it at $9 a share. I think I bought it at $8 a share.
Well, you just made $1.62 per share.
There you go.
Well, until I said that. Sorry, big brother. But yeah, it's 5 day. Look at that. Oh, 5 days. It's up 23%. Well, it didn't. It just had a huge day today. I wonder why. Rumble shares surge on Q1 revenue growth. This is go away. Let's take a look. Yeah, shares of Rumble go away. Shares of Rumble rose 24% following the release of their first quarter earnings, surpassing estimates. Video sharing platform. It's almost like people are sick of the fucking bullshit on YouTube, and now they're like, "We got to do something. We got to do something." So YouTube, I literally retweeted their DDoS thing saying "fuck YouTube," and I tagged them. And I know we're on your YouTube right now, Pete. But you cannot convince me that this is what goes on. They're like, "We can't have this going on."
Well, I told you, that is interesting. As it got, as the stock went up, that happened. But I told you, I
believe it's called a coinky dinky in the biz, right, Pete?
Yeah, I was golfing. Some guy just met him. I got paired up with him, and somehow it came up that I bought Rumble. And the guy's like, "I was thinking about buying Rumble because it's free speech." And I said, I think I had this discussion on here before. I said, "Yeah, you and me both can't be the only people thinking that."
Yeah. How come I'm not getting any comments view on Rumble? I'm not. Oh, because I'm not live. Look, it says ready to go live. I don't know that I'm live on Rumble right now. That's the problem. Oh, yeah. Like right now, we're not live on Rumble. I'm trying to go live on Rumble. We are on YouTube. It's just spinning, but we're streaming. I'll let you know when we're live on Rumble. That's why everyone's over here. It's not a coincidence. So, yeah, it is.
Right. There are no coincidences anymore.
No. Like, this is like, I just can't stand how obvious, like, shit is. You know what I mean? Yes, Jaquan, I'm implying Jewish trickery may indeed be afoot. Rumble reported a first quarter loss per share of 1 penny, which was 8 cents better than the annual analyst estimate of 9 cents. Revenue for the quarter was nearly 24 million, a 34% increase from the 17.7 recorded in the first quarter. Despite falling short, the revenue growth and improvised. Oh my God. Yeah. Rumble is fucking people are waking up to fucking the shit on YouTube. I'm going to keep trying to go live on the Rumble. But for now, yeah, you cannot. Rumble just went tits up. It's on and off. Yeah. Because people are fucking with it because, I mean, fucking Crowder went over there. Fucking, what's his name's over there, even though he's sus. Our boy Timmy Pool.
I was watching something with him today, and I couldn't tell if it was live or not. With Tim Pool, they were having some sort of debate. So I had to get on the treadmill to rack up some cardio points on the Fitbit. So I put that on to watch it, and they were having a debate on getting rid of illegal immigrants and what should be done and all that. So I couldn't tell if it was real or not. If it was live or not, I should say.
You can never tell.
Yeah, that's why it's great. The people in here already said, no, that wasn't live. That was recorded last week.
Yeah.
It said live, but, and I got to get the Rumble Premium so I just can watch Crowder straight through.
Yeah. Oh, you do. There you go. If you guys look, I'll put my Venmo up if you want to fucking send money and I'll just read it. I'll share it the same way. I bet I can check it like this. Geno Bisconti.
Rumble Premium doesn't come with when you're a stockholder.
It should. Still having trouble with the connection. Thank you for coming. Like when I go to my Rumble, it says 21 people are in here, but I don't know that they are on YouTube now. For now, I'll put on YouTube for now.
To let me know when Rumble goes live.
Well, what's that? I'll be able to see because I'm in the StreamYard here looking at that app, and it will let you know, so to speak. I mean, we'll get back to Alderman Bisconti. What's the Max Loads golf course of the week? That's a great question.
I just played this week. I played Golden Pheasant and the Lynx, 9 holes on each, and 9 holes at Springfield. So I'm staying local. I'd like to get to the Pinelands, Gene, right outside of Hamilton, but it's always booked. It's always booked. And clearly, I don't get any special treatment. So,
but Alderman. Oh, by the way, look at Bob Van Patrice. He says, I've got a test feed up. Test live. Oh, my God. Let's snipe him. Is he up? I want to snipe fucking Bob Van Patrice. Look at this. Hold on.
Yes, Jay Nate.
Alone and unafraid. What's that, Pete?
Jay Nate, he's right. Springfield has a nice chip and putt. What I like is they're not strict dress code. So, like Monday, was it Monday? It could have been Monday. There's days where I mow the lawn and then just go over there at 2 in the afternoon. And I don't have to do anything but put on my golf shoes. It's nice and relaxed. But it's in great shape. It is in great
look,
shape.
We're live on Rumble now. Yes. Fucking look, our boy gets it. Fucking why is the chat not working? God damn it. Here, I'll do it the old school way.
Yeah, who
EK
made
Legend? Look what EK Legend said. Fucking queer leftist hitting Rumble servers hard because the stock is flying. Could not agree more, EK.
I'm so glad the stock is flying. What was I going to? Oh my God, I was going to tell you something. Oh, who is responsible for that thumbnail?
Oh, Concretey Petey.
That's our boy. Concrete. I'm just going to shout out. Thanks, Pete. That's fantastic. Unbelievable, really.
Fantastic stuff. What do you think of the new Pope, big brother?
I don't know enough. Well, he's a White Sox fan, so he's long suffering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I don't
Peter,
know.
let me tell you.
I haven't. I'll tell you this. I was mowing the lawn when listening to the announcement and everything, and I was disappointed that it would have killed him to say one word of English. He spoke in Spanish because he spent most of his time, like he was a bishop in Peru. So
that's what I heard.
I get the Spanish, I get the Italian because he's the Archbishop of Rome. But my God, how hard would it have been to say "and go Sox"? Just something in English at the end for the Americans. But he didn't do it. I don't understand that. By the way, did you see he graduated from Villanova? He's an Augustinian, Gene.
Did you see what else he did, Peter?
No. What else did he did?
Oh, he put some kids through the school of hard knocks.
How do you know that? What does that mean?
What it means what you think it means. It means he was what's the deal, Kiana? What? The Pope. How is he tied to your to your mom?
My mom.
Oh.
My mom.
I didn't know that. Yeah, she's from Chicago. They go to school together?
He was the president. This guy. So the Pope, correct me if I get this wrong. He was the Pope of Providence High School in Chicago.
No.
I got it wrong.
The Pope of Providence High School. Are you retarded?
And say that it was bad that the president of my mom's high school was molesting.
Right. So he wasn't the president of the high school or the Pope. Thank you, big brother. But the president of that high school was molesting little boys, and what was his capacity other than to look the other way?
He looked the other way.
Look the other way.
When was
You
he
know?
there? I thought he was in. I thought he was in Peru from all of his priestly time.
But he didn't come, he looked the other way even though he was in Peru or whatever.
Well, what? Wait,
It
but
doesn't have a huge deal to do with
oh, he was in Peru. All right, so he's already looking the other way. But I thought you said he was involved with the school.
he was from Chicago, so he knows that man.
Oh, he knows the guy that was doing it. Oh, all right.
And didn't say, hey, don't do that.
Oh, please. This is how jaded I am.
Do you want me to send you the
This is how. Send me the link. But this is how jaded I am. Oh well, why would he? Why would he? It's not like he's in charge. It's bad enough when it's their job to call them out, but they're not going to go out of their way, and be like, oh my goodness, we can't have this. He can't be like, hey, I know this guy and he's a pederast. That's a fun word. It's a fun word, YouTube. Pederast, you fucking faggots. Send
why I
us
love-
here to fucking YouTube where all the fucking queers hang out. Oh, hey, make sure, by the way, guys, make sure you're watching this live because it's going by the paywall and you won't be able to watch it on YouTube because they're going to strike it. Pete's getting his first strike today because these faggot cocksuckers on YouTube fucking are worried about Rumble taking them over.
I would love if they could prove that it was a YouTube-led thing or YouTube had something to do with it. They'll never. I don't know how you could ever tell. It's lovely.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. Pope knows how to keep a secret is right, Mr. White. Yeah, and I'm not getting any fucking comments.
Yeah,
what's that?
No, there's there should be some local connections with Kiana's family being from Chicago. The guy went to Villanova. But again, I don't know why he couldn't say one word of English. That would have been so awful.
Yeah. Shout out to all my boys hanging up, fucking battling on the fucking Rumble till I can get the chat. Who, me, Concretey Petey. He made you the picture. Shout out Curtis John, who's on the Rumble. I'm here, Geno Square. That's why I have cum stained pants in the rear. That's a poem. It's a goddamn poem. Yeah, fucking JJ, my boy belt making JJ is here. I got my garden put in last night. Well, that actually means what it means. What fun is that? Jeff says he's a White Sox fan with LGBT people throwing the World Series. Admit that's clever, Pete. I didn't even get that. Oh, he's a White Sox fan. He's okay with LGBT. I still don't. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Faversham. Working on it. Yeah. Thank you, Jaquan. Get over here.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I'm also hearing people say, he will just be a continuation of Pope Francis. I don't know that I can believe that. I did see something where they have his voting records from Chicago. He's a registered Republican and has voted Republican when he's voted. I don't know if that's legit or not.
Right.
But, that's out there. Lots out there.
So you're telling me that the Pope can vote?
I texted it to you, by the way.
You sent a text? Okay.
I don't know. When he's an American citizen, so he can vote.
Oh, by the way, I'll tell you, Bob Fan Patrice is grateful for one thing. He's glad he got his. I'm glad to get my loads today. Who wouldn't, buddy? Who the fuck isn't?
I'm happy for you, Bob. Thank you for the support.
That's good stuff. Oh, I had a nice cigar today. That tickled my throat. So Kiana sent me. Let's see what she sent. Sent me a picture.
There's two of them.
All right. Fucking.
I guess this is from the new Pope's Wikipedia.
The new Pope has a Wiki. Oh, please. Wikipedia is another one. Wikipedia is like how they fucking control the narrative. Am I right? That's a good question. Kenny's shit in the woods. Still no fucking stream on the Rumble.
So
still can't get the chat in the fucking. Maybe if I refresh, talk to them for 1 sec, Pete. Actually, I'm afraid to. Nah, it won't matter. Talk to him, Pete.
It won't matter. What do we? Your Gene's use of technology is so thorough that I'm sure whatever he's doing will only come out for the best. Oh,
No,
we're back.
Yeah, I was just
Good try.
refreshing this to see if the chat pops up, but it does not. Fucking so annoying.
I tried what's his name from Barstool Sports. I don't know if you're aware. He has 2 dogs. I guess he adopted.
At Portnoy?
Yes, Peaches and Pete the Beagle.
Oh,
So
Petey the Beagle?
Oh my God! So he has worked with, I guess, High
Picture's not
Noon,
downloading.
and they made this whatever alcohol lemonade, Lucky One lemonade,
Right.
and all the proceeds go towards, I guess, rescue dogs or whatever. So I had to try it for Pete the Beagle, and it was good. It's good, and there's no like added sugar. There's no fizz. They got 4 flavors: your regular lemonade, your peach, your blueberry, and your raspberry.
Right.
I was pleasantly surprised. Nothing artificial in it. So if you're looking for something lighter, I would highly recommend the Lucky One lemonade. And
you
help
would
out the
recommend,
dog.
Pete? Is that what you're telling me, Loads?
If you're trying something different,
Oh, and you're always trying something different. Am I right, Loads? No? Not so much. Sorry, I'm juggling a lot of stuff here. Yeah, finally the picture comes through. All right, thank you. Open image in new tab. So this is from the Chicago Sun-Times. Share this tab, present, share screen. The orders handling, is that the first one or the second one? Maybe it's open image in new tab. Let me try this one. Okay, maybe it's this one. All right. McGrath remained at Providence until being sidelined in 2017 amid a child pornography investigation. Crankovich, well, if you're jerking off kids, you can't have the name Crankovich, right? Maybe Crank a Bitch. Crankovich's case and the pornography in which a student reported seeing the image of a nude boy on McGrath's phone also highlighted the secretive nature of the Augustinians. Aren't we familiar with that, Pete?
I'm not that familiar with
sex
it.
abuse complaints has been under renewed scrutiny because of an Augustinian from Chicago. Oh, good for the prep. Cardinal Robert Prevost is helping choose the next pope and has been mentioned as a long shot successor to Pope Francis. So wait, he was a long shot and he won?
Yeah, there's never been an American-born pope. That was a big deal.
Of that, I was awares. Providence St. Rita High School Southside was the orders. Okay. And by the way, don't do them any favors. It's not, Pete, this is what they do. This is what they do. And shout out, you get a Klein smartass. Look what he wrote. It's not grape. You know why he wrote that?
No.
To Augustinians. Because that's what people do now on YouTube because they're controlling our speech. It's like if you say grape, they know you mean rape. If you say grape on YouTube where we are now, they know you mean you put your cock in someone without their consent. That's what grape is on YouTube. It's fucking someone without their fucking consent. A lot of people call it rape unless they're faggots that kowtow to YouTube and say grape. How many strikes did you get on this one, Pete?
I don't know, but that's something I learned today. That is so stupid I can't even address it.
Why would you know that? Right? Pete, I'm sure you're so embarrassed for not knowing that.
It's everything so twisted and stupid. Why call it grape, which is a word unto itself and has meaning? Just put the R asterisk PE. Everybody gets it. Yeah. Nobody would think you roped him.
No, Peter, that's what is going on now. That is, yeah, that is that. Do you understand? That's what galls me. Just how YouTube, it's like not even a big deal. It's like, yeah, they graped him. Like Tim Pool will say that. He'll say it. Maybe he won't now. But I don't know if he's still on YouTube. My wife calls that marriage. Am I right? Thank you, Joey Dago. He's sending chat. He's sending text now just to get through. Yeah, thank you. Captain Trunk says he's going to grape YouTube. I would put it up. Look, I love that. Look, did I put it right? Great. That's right. They'll never get you for saying that.
Do these people not get? I mean, the way this is going, communication will be totally stilted. You'll have to have a translation to know what's being said on YouTube.
Yeah, Pete.
There's no way I would have known the word grape means rape. There's no reason I would have thought that.
Because you're a grown man.
I actually thought it was if you grope, like he misspelled grope, like you grope someone and let them finish. But if you grope, it's not grope if you let them finish too.
And I know about groping someone and letting them finish. I know about being groped and finishing, don't I? I sure do. It's not really called groping. And it's not really grape because I had Geno's consent. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? It's hard with a lot going on.
I have a gripe about what you just lied about.
It's not a lie. It's not a lie if you believe it. Please, Pete, don't say it's a lie. We're working on that lawsuit with fucking, what is it? The fucking White Lotus. Good Lord.
I've always wanted to get a piece of them.
Oh my God.
As
by the way,
Jackie
look, I don't know how. Look at these troopers, creep boot battling through to give me a buck. Does one grape make you a grapist? Makes you the greatest grapist. Thank you, creep boot.
I mean, if you have a whole lot of grapes, do they whine about it? Like, what are we doing? Get it? Grapes make wine. Like, it's stupid. But it's so stupid, I can't even stand it. Don't say things like that.
Dude, I did a show last night. Fucking me and Kiana at this little place called the Perry Club. Good fucking time. Kiana was crushing it. Everyone there hanging out with my boy Sherrod Small. Hadn't seen them forever. Yeah, Grape Ape. That makes sense.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Yeah. A lot of apes are doing grape. Am I right, Pete? Apes are more likely to grape you than gripe people. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. The new joke is with that Shiloh Hendrix. That's the problem. A lot of people, instead of saying, I'll try it again. A lot of people, when that happens, they need to look inward instead of saying look N-word.
And that's the kind of stuff you can expect
Tomorrow
night in Vineland.
That's right. You tell them, Loads, tomorrow
that kind
night.
Of highbrow stuff.
Highbrow shit. You know that. Good Lord. Why is that? There you go. You're going to get more shit like that tomorrow night. Where? That's right. That's right. At Jimmy Graham's Comedy Roost, presenting Geno Biscani, Keanu C. Thompson, Jimmy Graham, and just added, although he's not on this flyer, host Will Bozarth, who's a good dude. We like him. Hopefully he was added so he can bring more people and we can fill up the door. Do we have all your Jersey connects coming, Pete?
As far as Gene, everybody I'm connected to knows. We'll see if they come.
Big brother, please. I know. It's not the Grape Gadsby. What was the one we had on In Hot Water? The Gape Gadsby. Oh, you laugh just like that. It makes my day, Pete.
That's ridiculous.
Makes my day.
The Gape.
Tosca, those guys that drop 12 bags in her give, send, go just to spell out the N-word. That's fantastic. Let's check our girl Shiloh, see how she's going. Anthony said it perfectly. We were talking about this. She's up to 760,000. This, like Anthony said it perfectly. Like I didn't even realize it when we talked about this. It's like remove that. Like when Carmelo Anthony is like, let's check that dipshit. When Carmelo Anthony's like, well, you know, and the mother's like, listen to this. Arrange of urgent, but not, the safe relocation of the Anthony family due to escalating threats to their safety. I'm sorry. No one is going to attack him. Okay, we talked about it. The difference between, you know, the BLM riots and like I always go to the Bud Light thing, peaceful protest. But when Shiloh fucking Hendrix said it, like, yeah, I could get attacked, which is why she's winning. Fucking, he's only at 526. She's up to 760. You know, and that's a simple fact. It's like she's more likely to be attacked by fucking these people, although I don't think anyone would, but I think it's a perfect way to put it in your face. Well, you know what? I'm worried for my safety too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think anybody who does anything that goes viral can get attacked. It's unbelievable. I don't like this. I don't like this stupidity. I do not like these maniacs with a cell phone who just find something to put up to be a problem. Yeah. I mean, the guy who put it up with his cell phone, nobody knows who he is. Like, his name should be out there. He's the one who should be getting attacked. He's the problem. Well, these events have happened in society forever. People have conflict. Nobody has to know about it. Now you got one pinhead with a camera, and everybody's got to know, and lives are ruined. It's stupid. I hate it.
Without a doubt. And we talked about it on the show the other day. It's like, obviously, if you take her comments down, I don't understand how they did the thing to drop the M-bomb. I don't know what you mean they dropped the 12 bags. But, like, when you take the comments down, they want everyone to think fucking they're just saying racist stuff, and that's not necessarily true. You know?
Yes. And the whole thing, I was listening to your show the other day, driving to golf with the hate speech, made up word. There's just speech. Speech is speech.
Yeah.
Any adjective you want to put in front of it, put it in front of it. I don't care. But you're making something up. Is there love speech? You got hate and love and hate. Radio Raheem had it on his fingers. I mean, is there love speech too? What other kinds of speech? It's so stupid. And then you get people who believe it. And there's laws around it. It's ridiculous. I hate it.
Oh yeah, it's pathetic. But Peter, it ties back into saying the word grape instead of rape. It's like they're not just dumbing down speech, Peter. They're dumbing down people to speak like that. And I think there's a difference. You know what I mean? It's one thing for me to dumb down my speech if I think someone's an idiot. But it's another thing to dumb down what speech is to make people idiots. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, when I was in first grade and they were teaching me to read, they used a system. You didn't get this, called ITA. I don't know what it stands for, but I couldn't read because everything was spelled phonetically. Like I had a reading book, and the word was spelled W-U-Z. So when I tried to read something, it was, retard. So when I went to read something, like I could read great in school, but I'd read something in the paper. I didn't know what the words were. Like boat was B, and then in the middle it had an A and an O connected and a T. And like we'd have to read and write that way. It was all phonetic. But it was ridiculous. And that's what I feel like that's what they're getting to here. You're creating a whole new language. I mean, or you're eventually, how many words can you add to the dictionary before it becomes a new language?
But why were they doing that?
I guess some PhD somewhere wrote a dissertation that this is a better way to teach kids to read, and they'll figure out spelling and how to read for real later. I don't know. Maybe they knew I was watching Bugs Bunny and kids my age were doing that, so they wanted to just relate it to that. I don't know why they did it.
Wow. By the way, shout out George Chigger, the competitive eater, just reached out. He's going to come out tomorrow night, he says. Bring in the wife. It's going to be his girl. It's going to be a good time. Explain this to me. This is what they did to get the N-word in the thing. Somebody donated $2,000 with the comment N, then $2,001 with the comment I.
Then all the way through the word, Gene. They spelled the word.
Right, like a tower, but I didn't think they let any letters go.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know how they did it. Is there a picture of it? Is there a link to it, Tosca? Throw it in the chat, you handsome motherfucker, because I don't get what you're saying. Then he put 6 times 2K is 12. Yeah, so they got 12,000. That I get. Okay, so I get they dropped a $12,000 ag bay, as you said, which is great, but I don't get it. Like, I guess I'm looking at her chat right now. You know, let's take a look. Remove, add to stage, take you down. You know, and it's like I don't know where you'd put it. You know, I don't know how you do it. Don't get me wrong. I get that they did it, and I love that they did it just to say "fuck you" free speech. But I'm sure I don't get how they did it. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I'll tell you, I love the people who are like, well, what does free speech mean? You can say whatever you want? Yes. That's it. That's the bottom line. You can say whatever you want. Whatever consequence.
By the way, Pete, we're working on $6 right now. Jaquan with $1. Corsica with $1. Fantastic stuff. There you go. Keep it going. There you go. Corsica, what did you send us, buddy? Did he send us a story? Oh, here we go. Thank you. Corsica gets it. Open link in new tab. The $12,000 end tower. This will go down in history as the greatest tower ever. Can I open the image in the new tab? Here we go. Share this tab instead. Yeah, I guess you could. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at this. 2003, 4, 5, 6. I don't see why you had to monetize it, but that's too much.
Maybe they were making a strong statement, a $12,000 point.
That is the hardest, and that's the hardest R ever. Am I right? Manfred von Richthofen. I wonder if that's like a fucking famous like racist or something. That's the tower. Thank you, Corsica. That's a beaut. That's a beaut, my man. It's a goddamn beaut.
So this give
It's,
send
it's
go.
like a beautiful totem pole. Indeed, it is.
So this give send go. Where did they come from? Like how many
Give Send
sites-
Go is the one. God, where is Texan Patrick P been? I'm worried about him. Should send him a message. Texan Patrick P is the one that. Excuse me. Give Send Go is the one that Texan Patrick P would always say. That's what you have to make Larry's thing, because GoFundMe's are very like, you know, they'll take it down and keep your money. I'm told.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't trust them. Texan Patrick P has not reached out in ages. I'm gonna text him right now. You okay, pal? Miss you.
Maybe he's had enough. Maybe he finally took enough of your guff.
Yeah, I bet this kid won't take much more of this guff. I think you're exactly right, Loads. I think
Like,
you're exactly right. Yeah, I don't
eventually.
know. Yeah, it is. It's a mess over there on the Rumble. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, by the way, because the faggots and Give Send Go remove the comments. The fagoots. It is. It's insane how, like, there's so much shit that I talk about in the act that I fucking really need to, like, I was talking about, like, when people bitch about slavery, you know, and they're like, oh, we need reparations. Yes, people that never had slaves need to give money to people that never were slaves. Many of which in states that never had slaves.
Oh.
It's fucking insane. You know what I mean? But the
Oh,
people that get all worked
that
up.
whole thing.
What's that?
How people can take that seriously is beyond me. But when you got people out there, again, very smart people, they got 3 letters after their name, and it's not ASS, you know, and they claim that the stress of your predecessors can be passed on in your genes when you have kids. So, you know, like when Ange came over on the boat or whatever, our grandfather came over with $5 and the pistol in his pocket or whatever. Whatever stress had him stressed out, that could have been passed on to us. So, you know, there's this generational stress or whatever they call it. So that's one of the things they base this crazy reparations on.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, this is the problem. I say it all the time, and that's why you don't see it in comedy clubs, because no one that's an asshole goes to these things. I've never had a black person say, like, we do deserve reparations. I've never had a white guy say, yeah, blacks are dangerous. We know it. It's an unspoken. But it's like the people that are like this, I'm like, you can't, like, the people that want to dwell on like our dark past, they're people that can't take a joke. You have to laugh at how we got here. You know what I mean? You have to say, I fucked up and move on. You know, I used to say that. Don't you hate people that can't laugh at themselves? Remember that time? You know, it's like, remember that time you fucked the basketball team in high school? Laugh it off, whore. But no, they're all fucking worked over about it. No one cares.
I'm just saying, I think I deserve reparations for having to live as an adult at 5'5".
Oh,
5'6". I can't even. I'm just telling you.
I thought you were going to say you deserved reparations on your penis. Yeah, because you wrecked that cock. You sure did. That's what you did. I need repairs. I need repairs-orations on my... All right, maybe not. There you go. There you go. There you go.
But you're always trying, Gene.
Up there swinging.
By the way,
Freak Boot, where's Kiki? She's right over there, buddy. Right over there. Thanks for checking. Oh, that felt good. So yeah, like
are you coming here after the show tomorrow?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't really, you know, it's your business.
No, I it depends how much I drink, you know? Like, we could always get hammered and crash at Aunt Olga's, I was thinking.
Gene,
yeah.
This get hammered you speak of.
Yeah.
That's become foreign to me. I'm not a get hammered guy.
Oh, please.
I was.
Right.
But I am not.
You know who's a get hammered gal? Maxine. Did it wrong. God damn it. I was going to say Maxine.
Everybody.
Maxine Loads. Maxine Loads is what you were going to say. Well, way to save it for me, Pete. That was nice of you. Thanks, big brother.
You don't. Everybody knew it was coming, Gene. We got it.
Especially Maxine. Oh, she knew it was coming. Not Fake Kiki is here. Hi, Not Fake Kiki. How are you, sweetie? Hi, Not Fake. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Not Fake Kiki. Hi, baby. How are you, baby? Good to see you. Good to see you. What was the time Not Fake Kiki goes, I have diabetes or something, like it's some fat dude. I love it. I love it. We love us some Not Fake Kiki. Yeah. Max don't drink that much anymore, I'm told. This according to our boy Sweet Lou. Fucking I love that. Shout out to all the loyal people fucking braving it out on fucking Rumble. Fucking love you. There's Texan Patrick P. He says he's looking for a new job since this one has nearly run its course. You know how everyone's clamoring for a 52-year-old straight white male. Oh, I know. I know, my man. Sorry, I was just chatting with my buddy. Yeah, fake imposter bitch, not fake Kiki. You tell her. You tell her. But yeah, so like the thing I was talking about, like Kiana does some jokes about like fucking Jesus, and people get all pissy and stuff, you know. And I was always like, that always kind of turns me off. It's like it's a comedy club, okay? And I love how people are like all holier than thou. And I like to think Jesus and the 12 at the Last Supper, I like to think they were joking around, busting balls. I like to think people can take a joke. You know what I mean? Oh God, you're still mute. You're still muted. I'm sorry, big brother.
Well, that's how, again, your tech savvy is phenomenal.
You gotta get in and out with the button.
No, see, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I never really drank a lot.
Yeah, but when you do, yeah.
I mean, your wedding both days was the last time I really drank. Before that, I can't remember the last time I had more than a couple beers at a sitting.
Oh, yeah, that was quite. That was
disastrous.
Thing. By the way, did you see this? Speaking of people that can't fucking take a joke, did you see Nancy Sinatra?
No.
What, like, somebody wrote, share this, it's AOL, so you know it's good stuff. Nancy Sinatra shuts down troll with bold statement about her father's legendary politics. Okay. She's a frequent presence on social media. When one ex, formerly Twitter, don't know if you knew that, Pete, user posted her legendary father Frank would have voted for Donald Trump. She didn't hold back. When the troll posted he'd vote for Trump, Nancy clapped back on May 5th saying, not a chance. You obviously don't know my father at all. Do some homework before you post about him. Now, here's why the left fucking annoys me beyond belief. Okay. Do I think Nancy Sinatra knew her dad better than us? Yes. But do I think for her to speak for him now is fucking woke bullshit? Yes. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot, like, I'm trying to think, Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. And a lot of them got sick of the shit they were doing and the money they were taking from the rich. So I think it's a ridiculous statement to say that, you know, the way Sinatra was, that he wouldn't have fucking flipped over to Republican. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, might I share with you,
please,
from the book Killing Kennedy? You know, I know nobody respects what's his name? He was thrown off Fox. He was doing Bill O'Reilly and Dugan. I read a lot of their killing books. Killing Kennedy was one of my favorites. Killing Lincoln was also good. From the Killing Kennedy book, he wrote in there that Sinatra was preparing his house in like Palm Beach or what's in California? Palm Desert, whatever.
Palm Springs?
Palm Springs, maybe. Kennedy was going to stay there with him. And he was planning for it, loved Kennedy, and Kennedy couldn't stay with him because he was supposedly connected to the mob or whatever, and they didn't think it would be good optics. From what it said in that book, and I believe they do some research, he tore that room apart, and that was it. He wound up staying with, by the way, Bing Crosby. Tore the room apart, and he not only voted, I guess, for Reagan, he performed at Reagan's inaugural address. Did Sinatra. So
are you kidding me?
Voted for Trump. What's that?
He performed at Reagan's address?
At his inaugural ball.
Really? Speaking of inaugurating balls and performing at someone's address, yeah, Geno performs at my address over in Jersey. Comes by my house. He Googles my address and then he performs. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. God damn it. I'm sorry, Pete. I'm out of practice. That's pretty good. Where were we? Oh, we were looking. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that,
I got a homie.
actually want to reply to Nancy Sinatra and say that. By the way, this is
just-
his lovely Palm Springs home, Peter.
I just had a hummingbird in the garage.
Come on, Janie's
No.
here.
Nope, Jen's watching.
Oh, our mother loved hummingbirds. That's her saying, "You're right, boys." That's her saying, "My boys are right." Nancy
Okay, what-
Sinatra. That hummingbird said it perfectly. Nancy Sinatra is a stupid cunt. Thank you, Mom. Kiana, he laughs just like that. It's fantastic.
I was looking because we may or may not have a bird that has a small nest somewhere in the garage. I don't know. And
Right.
that bird was hopping around.
Tell you doesn't have a small bird in the garage. This guy doesn't have a little bird in the garage. Hey, Pete.
Bird and garage added
Yeah,
to the
you gotta
list.
be careful with that.
You gotta be careful with that. Can't be too careful.
No, I'll tell
Well-
you, it was humming on my bird. Tell you, Maxine. All right, never mind. And
And
I
you
can't
two-
unmute you.
I guess if I was on YouTube, that's the way I'd have to say it.
Yeah,
Had a bird in the
that's-
garage.
fucking
That
YouTube.
means fucking, I guess. What are we doing?
Absolute pieces of shit. YouTube is just. I'm telling you, and I'm broken. You cannot convince me that YouTube didn't have something to do with this. You know what I mean?
YouTube, I want to think. Here's the thing. Until I
Yeah,
hear different-
buddy.
Until I hear different, I'm going to believe YouTube did have something to do with it. So I have no reason to believe they didn't. No. Why would anybody else mess with Rumble? Who else competes with Rumble?
No one.
Why wouldn't YouTube have something to do with it?
Yeah. And Rumble is no competition to YouTube until they are. And then shit's got to get done.
Right. I
By the way, shout out, Mr. White. Geno, get better with the ha-ha or mute yourself. See, it's hard. In my defense, I'm doing a lot with the mouse right now because I also have to put these comments in there, Mr. White, because I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I'll give you a clang. You bum. Because you guys
he's
are
back.
fucking weathering the battle.
We got him back. All I said, Johnny Claire.
John Clare is back. Yeah, YouTube again because
Just
John
being-
Clare. Thanks for the money. Oh wait, you cheap kike. Am I on YouTube? You filthy Jew.
Can you please? I'm trying and say something before you chase. Johnny Claire, for the record, I don't need you chased out of here. I'm just saying. All I said was, we don't
Goodbye,
know who did it.
Jews. Goodbye, Jews. I'm quoting a movie. I'm sorry. Go on, Pete. Go on, big brother.
No, you'll do it again. I'm
I
all I'm
won't.
saying is, until we know
That you're a piece of shit, Johnny Clare. You froze too. What? Go on.
until we know who did it, we can't say they didn't do it. Sort of like if you got the poison injected into you for the COVID and you have a heart attack, you can't definitively say it wasn't that.
By the way, I don't know if you
I shouldn't even gone there. But at any
you
rate,
should have, because I want to show a clip as long as we're on our beloved fucking YouTube. It's
and
did you see
you know,
what's
I
his
also
name?
wanted to say I actually thought of Johnny Clare yesterday when they announced the trade deal with the U.S. and the UK, and they had Keir Starmer on audio talking to Trump what a great deal it was and everything. I'm interested in what Johnny Clare thinks about it. That's I consider him a at least a friend on the YouTube. So I was curious.
yeah.
Like, I wonder what Johnny Clare's thinking about this.
Well, I'll tell you this, Pete. It's funny you bring it up because the brilliance of these vaccines is the way they hide the death total. Listen to this. Did you see this from Dr. Mcculla, one of the first two doctors? Actually, people always say it was Mcculla and Malone, but it wasn't. The Bakersfields were the two they fucked first. But listen to this.
I can't hear it, Gene.
Oh, hold on. Talk to them while I reboot it, Pete.
Oh, so Johnny Clare, I'm interested. Who do you think it was a bad deal for, the United States or the UK? They still said they'd work out the details, whatever that means. But I was pleased that they were both on. Something's actually done. I appreciated the fact that Trump was like, yeah, we're not going to make him make Rolls Royce in the United States. That would be stupid. You know what I mean? He respected that company. That's a uniquely English company and their cars and everything. So yeah, I'm not sure who got a bad end of the deal there. I don't feel like the U.S. did. If you feel like if Keir thinks England got a bad deal, why did he sign it? I'm just curious. I'm sorry, Gene. Go ahead.
Turn around.
Every once in a while, we could talk about something like that. I enjoy that.
Listen to this, though. This is the brilliance of it. That even I love Dr. Malone. He puts things so commonsensically. Hold on. And of course, I can't find it now because I fucking lost it. Son of a bitch.
I do want to, Gene, this is a good cigar.
Peter, three of those for $15. Are you kidding me? It's insane. God damn it. Now I
My
gotta
mouth
find it
isn't all
again.
sandpapery.
What's that?
My mouth isn't all sandpapery. It's got a nice, ash to it. Burns evenly.
Ooh, Phillies are playing the Guardians tonight.
Yeah. Guardians. Say the Indians. They're playing the Indians.
Oh, Peter, I know. Please. Well, that's what they do. They use sports. Fucking I was doomed at that sheet because they use sports to sell all these lies now.
So how come Cleveland Indians had to change, but Kiana's Atlanta Braves did not?
Peter, the Blackhawks, the Blackhawks, the
Blackhawks
look great. Come here.
If you look,
come say hi to your brother-in-law. Come say hi to your. I will give. Look, Pete.
Hey, Kiana, what's the problem?
She's hideous looking. She's hideous.
Turn away, I'm hideous.
Look away, Jerry. I'm hideous. Just an eyesore. I tell her that all the time. Okay, but look at the brilliance. If you don't get touching upon what you were saying, it's like I can chapter and verse show you fucking injuries from the vaccine that you need to explain away. But when Colin Cowherd says, and the vaccine saved millions of lives, no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Well,
show me the proof.
I'll say this about that. What the vaccine did may turn out kills a lot of people, but it opened the country back up. It was the excuse we needed to open the country back up. Not in time
to save Trump, although thank God he didn't get elected in 2020.
Right. But it wasn't not even about saving Trump, just about opening the country back. And I shouldn't even say the country. Shitholes, places like New Jersey, it was enough to open them back up, get kids back in school.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
And also illustrate, if I may interrupt you to build on what you're saying that I got from you, and also illustrate just who the evil people were. That's when, am I wrong? And you know this better than me. That's why I want to keep you on the school shit, because you know it. That's when the schools are they're like, yeah, but we really can't put kids back in the schools. They found reasons not to, even with the vaccines, or am I wrong?
Only in places where they had strong teacher unions did they not open the schools back up. I told you, we went to Florida for Christmas in, I guess, 2021, because it couldn't have been 2020, because it was before 2020, December 2020. Yeah, no, December 2020. That was after it had hit, right? Sure. So it hit in March. Yeah. And I'm talking to somebody there. The kid was in 4th grade. I go to school every day. I said, what do you do every day? I go to school every day. I'm like, what do you got, 6 kids in the classroom? No, 24 kids. And I said, you got 24 kids in a classroom? And she's looking at me like I'm crazy. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I guess kids here in Florida just breathe different. I guess old people who live, it's all different down there. I was down there in Florida in June of 2020. Nobody was wearing a mask. We went to a boat show in Tampa Bay boat show. Nobody's wearing a mask. Thousands of people in there. That's what I'm saying. So yes, and I believe it's public knowledge now that crazy woman, what can I remember her name, with the gray hair who runs the AFT, American Federation of Teachers, Weingartner.
Oh yeah, the one that was bitching about them shutting down. I mean, eliminating the Department of Ed.
Right, the one who called Martha McCallum honey or whatever, and she's like, "Don't call me honey." She's like, that woman. She was all about keeping it closed. I don't know why. I guess just to keep disruption going. But there were definitely places, Florida, South Dakota, I imagine deep in the South, where kids were going to school in December of 2020. That is a fact. In New Jersey, they were not. That is a fact. I hate talking about COVID, also a fact. But it ruined me. And it's still a tariff. Hi, Max. There's some blood on my top left corner. You should get a prostate exam. Oh my God.
I can't imagine that's not Curtis John. I can't imagine that's not Curtis John. I can't imagine that's not Olive Manasses.
Although, okay,
hey, Max, there's some blood in the top left corner. You should get a prostate exam. Thank you for the $2, the authentic pig crank blanket. Thank you so much. Thank you, pal. That's good stuff.
Tosca, I believe the kids are resilient. I think they'll come back. You know.
Well, there's a great episode. They're all great. Malice had Hotep Jesus on, black guy. He's like, my kids are all homeschooled now. He's like, why? He's like, the pandemic. He's like, from the pandemic. He said, because of the pandemic. He's like, I would be in one room and I'd be listening to how the teachers online were telling the students to behave, you know? And he's like, what? That's not something I would teach them. That's not the way I would present it. And he's like, this is terrible. And he saw how they were using it, how like schools trying to indoctrinate, like Mao, and trying to indoctrinate this children away from the parents. And he's like, I'm done. I'm not putting my kids in school. It's like, Lord knows what's going on when they're in there without me around.
I'm amazed for a deep state that is supposedly so. See, that just shows they don't care. They're stone cold evil because things like that backfired so bad. They didn't see it coming. But that apparently happened with a lot of people. They heard what their kids were actually being taught, or they had to help their young kids with stuff, with homework, and they're like, what the hell is this? And that's what Texas just passed a huge voucher program that I believe you could use for homeschooling. And there was just a Supreme Court case. Gene, this is how nuts your brother is. When I'm working out now, sometimes I will listen live to Supreme Court oral arguments. And there was just a case. Yes, you can listen live. Go, you can listen. There was a case about I forget where the school is, but allowing money, I guess, to go to religious charter schools, allowing public money to go to religious charter schools, because a charter school gets public money, and the argument was, well, if you're not going to give public money to that school because they're religious based, you're discriminating on them based on religion. When did I last use the ladder? Johnny Claire, I used it in November to put up my Christmas lights, and I used it in February to take them down. That's the last time I used the ladder.
Love this bit.
Yeah, and was like, oh, because of Brexit. Yeah, Johnny Claire, you saying because of Brexit, the U.S. was able to cut a deal just with the U.K. They didn't have to go through the EU. A likely story. No, I really put up Christmas lights. We should have pictures.
Now, by the way, I want to, before I get to this thing, I want to show this video because what you were talking about the vaccine, it's so perfect. Like, why is Herbert trending? What did Justin Herbert do? Why is Herbert trending?
Maybe it's his brother, the tight end, that's trending.
I can't imagine in an aspect of football that Joe Burrow is better than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, PR-driven machine. I don't even know why this come up. I don't have time for this. Top 4 AFC QBs not named Patrick Mahomes. Jackson, Burrow, Allen, Herbert. Combined playoff record, 50 wins in 30 games. All right, what am I doing? All right, back to this. All right, so here we go. Share this.
You don't think, by the way, just as an aside, do you think Burrow is better than Herbert?
I don't. I think it's too soon to decide with both of them.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I'd love to have either one on my team. That's all I can say right now. I'm not one of those. Anyone that will sit there and tell you, you know, one is better than the other is just they just love hearing themselves talk. You can make an argument for either, and both are good arguments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? What do you think?
No, I think at this point, I would say Burrow's better. He got to a Super Bowl. When he was hurt, they couldn't win. when he came back. They won again. Although he's throwing to Jamar Chase, which is crazy.
Yeah. We're throwing to Quentin Johnson, Peter.
Whose fault's that?
Fucking Will Dissly, fuckhead.
Whose fault is that?
Ours. Peter, whose fault is not that? Justin Herbert.
That's true.
So again, am I saying Herbert's better than Burrow? No, not saying either's better than the other, and it's too soon to tell. I mean, Burrow got to a Super Bowl. God bless him. But he, he was in a weak division back then.
I don't think it's a weak. I thought that, to me, that was one of the strongest divisions in football. Has been.
Oh yeah, I'm composing that. That's always been the AFC North is badass. You're right.
Up until last year. Last year it had an off year because the Steelers couldn't play.
But he's had trouble staying healthy. Although I don't fault him for that first year when he was had zero line and someone turned him into a flamingo. By the way, share this tab instead. Shout out EK. Look who Burrow. Look who Burrow has to pass to, and compare that to Herbert as EK's a Charger guy. You know that, right, Pete? Herbert as a wide receiver. They need to unleash Herbert. Let him throw bombs. Sometimes Loads will point at his penis and say, "What? You need to unleash Herbert. You need to unleash Herbert." Right, Pete? Yeah, Gene. Indeed. Anyway, I
really thought you were going to say, "Let me throw bombs."
Rumble is John. Rumble's down on my end. It's probably Fauci and Biden. In fact, with no evidence, it definitely is. The fact, John Leclerc, that you bring up Joe Biden after what went on The View. What was it, yesterday or 2 days ago? This is how dumb the left is. This is how dumb people on the left are, Johnny. Please don't take offense. They thought there was anything good that would come out of that, and are still looking at it like, that wasn't so bad. They're all the lawyer, and they're all the stuttering lawyer in My Cousin Vinny. It wasn't so bad.
You know what? I'll give Johnny Claire his due there, because Fauci definitely would have an axe to grind. Because you can't put anything up on YouTube that's negative about Fauci, but on Rumble you most certainly can.
So wait, I'm confused. Why would he have an axe? Why would he have a question to grind and ask?
Because on Rumble, people are free to criticize Fauci and Biden. On YouTube, you can't criticize anything about Fauci or the vaccine.
Oh, you're saying Fauci would have something to do. I misunderstood. Fauci would have an axe to grind and take.
Or whoever Fauci and the handlers were in that whole COVID bullshit thing.
Please. By the way, speaking of COVID, if you don't get how evil they all were, listen to this. This says it perfectly. It's not anything we haven't been saying, but it's something that's like, oh yeah, think about this.
That's the death total of the Civil War, the worst in our history. How could,
I know, I didn't share it. Hold on.
No harm.
It's a lot going on. I've got the added thing of putting up the fucking Rumble comments like they deserve. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go.
Stormy Normies, maybe that's it.
War, the worst in our history. How could, doctor first do no harm? How could we allow this harm to be happening?
I mean, it's carefully concealed in the biology of the vaccines.
Listen.
The leading cause of death before the pandemic was cardiovascular disease. Well, the vaccines contribute and accelerate cardiovascular disease.
Blood clots.
Cancer. Another major leading cause of death. Well, the vaccines may accelerate cancer, so-called turbo cancer.
And
then death due to other causes, blood clots, etc. So it's going to be concealed in the statistics. I can tell you, 2021, Wayne, was a very bad year for mortality. That's when most people took the shots. COVID had already mutated to a milder strain.
Yeah, that was it. COVID's like, yeah, it's no big deal. COVID's done. Yeah, make sure you get those boosters. And they're like, people in sports are dropping dead. Did you see that girl? We talked about it on Monday. Some Brazilian actress, 11-year-old, had fucking 13 cardiac arrests. That is unheard of. Unheard of.
I'm just hoping it has worked its way through everybody's system who got it, because nobody's getting that I know is nutty enough to get the boosters. So anybody who got the shot is now probably 4 years out from getting it, 4 or 5 years out, and hopefully they're going to be okay.
What if they're putting the spike protein in food, Peter? They're vaccinating chickens. You have to fucking keep taking. I'm sorry that I'm nuts, but I take this every day.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about the vaccine in the foods. I'm out on that one. I haven't heard. That's lizard people area, Gene.
No, Peter, I disagree completely. That's lizard people. You can read about. I guarantee it comes up mainstream, like vaccinate chicken vaccine. And why do you think they keep pushing all this swine flu? Well, bird flu, all this stuff, so they can vaccinate. And the pork. Oh my God, just talk, Peter. I'm going to look this up. What?
Okay. One, Stormy Normies, yeah. Maybe angry people who are, looking for earnings today. But why would they have to go after Rumble? Go after some other stock that I don't have. I can't believe they're going after. I mean, that's so,
I wish I could still call my guy and get more Rumble, because it's like, dude, like I guarantee this backfires. Like normal people, and by that I mean crazy people like us, will be like, no. Putting spike protein in animal vaccines.
By the way, as an aside from Rumble, the other big free speecher or conservative thing, Newsmax, is going to be available on Hulu Plus now.
What? Oh, really?
Yes.
Is there a big difference between Newsmax 1 and 2?
I have no idea. No idea. So I don't know. Is Johnny Claire in Brazil? Is that what I'm getting here? Good cocaine down in Brazil?
I think he's just bragging that he's gotten good cocaine down. How about this, Pete? Let's go to this. The fucking NIH, okay? Present, share screen. I keep forgetting to light my cigar because I can't fucking free this hand up. Here you go. Putting spike protein in chicken vaccines. Hyperimmunized chickens produce neutralizing blah, blah, blah from the NIH. Unbelievable. Where's it put it? Does it highlight it? They literally are putting it in the chicken vaccines, Pete. What don't you get?
Maybe in the chicken vaccines, but I believe they're doing away with those. And perhaps that's why they actually went after and killed all these flocks of chickens, because they were the ones with the poison in them. And they did it under guise of, this is how shot I am, Gene. They did it under guise of the bird flu.
Yeah,
because,
do you understand? Like, and I heard they were putting it in pork and stuff. Like, Peter, Pete, let me tell you something, Pete. I know you think this is lizard shit. Just like they're not doing contrails. They're not poisoning us with that shit, Peter. Peter, why wouldn't they put it in there?
By the way.
Oh, that's a great point by Not Fake Kiki. You know that YouTube has been DDoS attacked many times in the past too, right? Does that mean Rumble did it? No.
Could be.
No, it means the white coats did it. It means people that support Rumble did it. What do you think?
That's what I mean. Could be. I'm not going to say no. Why would I say no? That would make sense. Sure. Yeah. Why wouldn't espionage be going on both ways?
Peter, the authentic pink crank blanket says, how dare you belittle people who mask when you used me to mask your brother's massive hog? Shame. Shame, Peter. Shame, ding. Shame, ding.
What goes on?
Pete knows something about injecting spike protein. Am I right? That's a Maxine Loads bit. Damn right. What? Sorry. Huh?
No. I'm enjoying your reading of these things. Sure. Why not? This is what you've done to me. This is what it's become.
Good stuff.
It is. Again, I'm embracing.
It's going to rebound.
As Lou tells me, just embrace it. Just go. I'm just going, sure. Very possible.
When you're skidding on ice, just fucking go limp. Speed up and go limp. Putting the spike protein in our food. Let's see what comes up for that. Because I don't think this is crazy. Because they do it under putting the spike protein in our food sources. Oh, look at this. Why does the NIH keep coming up for this, Pete?
I'm going to say, even if that was or I would say, if
you heard nothing about this?
I heard about it, but I'm like, now that RFK's in there, and holy crap, by the way, did you see who Trump nominated?
Go. Edible vaccines used in lettuce to protect against COVID-19. This was the article. I remember this. Oh my God. 2 words, edible vaccines. They may seem like a pipe dream. Listen to these idiots. Like, Peter, this is too good to be true. But The undergrad read has accomplished the first steps in bringing edible vaccine using humble lettuce. Peter, they put it in lettuce.
Well, then I got it because I eat a ton of salad, Gene.
Yeah. Do you understand?
I
Now,
eat
why
salad
wouldn't
every
they?
day. Tons of lettuce.
Yeah.
Did you see? They're out of their mind because Trump nominated Casey Mears for Surgeon General.
Whom?
Casey, I believe it's Casey Mears. Did I say it wrong? Casey
No,
Mears?
no, I don't know.
I can't remember her name. Her and her brother wrote the book. Oh my God. I have the book.
Yeah,
They
he
were-
pulled,
they're the
I know he
two-
pulled the one person, right? Surgeon General nominee pulled. Trump pulled Surgeon General nominee pick following Laura Loomer complaints. You know that?
Well, that's because his original pick was all about the vaccine. She was pro-vaccine, pro-mask, and all that. So he pulled her. I don't know if that's the reason he pulled her. Good Energy, yes. Her and her brother wrote the book Good Energy. She went to Stanford, graduated #1 in her class, apparently didn't finish her residency to be a doctor, but got all her degrees. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
And people are going nuts because she is not down with, I shouldn't say with traditional medicine, maybe I should, with what is being pushed. Her big thing was, I couldn't keep being a doctor because they were never doing anything to stop people from getting the disease. Everything was about, okay, you have high cholesterol, take the statin. Not change your diet. It was prescribe the statin. So,
There you go.
and some of the
Lisa
stuff, I didn't
catapulted
get,
into the Maha sphere over the past year alongside her brother Kaylee, a prominent
Right.
advisor and secretary, followed the publication of their book, Good Energy. Both of them often rail against, here you go, Pete, against the influence of pharmaceutical and food industries in their many appearances on podcasts. In their book, she describes how she became disillusioned with medicine's failure to, here you go, Pete, adequately address the most pressing causes of chronic illness in the country, including diet and lack of movement. After attending school, she got a surgical residency at Oregon, but dropped out before completing. She went on to start a functional medicine practice and founded the company Levels, which offers consumers continuous glucose monitors and an app to track their blood sugar. Her website also markets various supplements and personal products. I'd love to see that. Last year, she was one of the speakers at the highly publicized roundtable on health and nutrition, hosted by Senator Ron Johnson, which featured the Secretary Kennedy, Commissioner of Food and Drugs, Marty Macri, and other well-known allies of the Trump Maha agenda. There you go, Pete. Yeah.
So her brother worked with this cigarette. He went to some prestigious school too, and worked with he was with the tobacco companies when they bought the food companies, and he saw how they were making food addictive. They were using apparently the same theory that make tobacco addictive to make food addictive, and he said Oreos, they're addictive, which explains a lot to me because I can't stop eating them.
Oh, please, especially the white ones. The white ones are so much better than the black ones. Oh, they do. The white ones, there's a joke there, but I don't feel like doing it because
and if you go back the whole OxyContin thing, I watched Dope Sick. The doctors were like, it's an opiate, it's addictive. And what happened? They got somebody at the FDA to say, oh no, these aren't addictive. So how can you not prescribe them?
Yeah, we talked about this because I love hola, Americans. Judy Lopez. I love that your avatar is fucking, I forget his name already from Better Call Saul. Lalo. It's Lalo. By the way, again, our boy Bob Fan Patrice had a spiked protein beer once. He thinks it was an IPA. It was spiked. It was spiked. But yeah, so what do you think of this shit going on, Pete? Like our boy Mongo sent it to us. Pam Bondi. Fucking perhaps she is, we call it out, like maybe she's kind of dragging her feet on this whole Epstein thing. Because did you see she was kind of implicated in it with the fucking Project Veritas? And
look, I'll say Lola Solomonica is my husband. Wasn't that the guy from Breaking Bad who had to hit the button to talk, ding the bell?
Wait,
Solomonica.
who? Yeah,
Judy
Lola
Lopez.
Salamanco.
Yeah,
Lalo Salamanco's the kid. Lalo is this guy in the Avatar. That's Lalo. He was great. Why can't I think of the guy? He was badass. He blew off half of Gus Fring's face.
Yeah,
I just saw this article.
Look,
Not
Spilled
that the
Epstein's-
Daily
when
Beast
I
is in
read
it.
that, what does it say? Because I didn't read anything really bad other what she's delaying it. Is that what it is? I don't care if it's delayed. Here's the thing with that whole Epstein thing. We have the flight list. We know we're on the planes. They had the trial of Maxwell. They know who. They didn't make them reveal who was paying for the kids. It's so deep. And when Kurt Weldon said that, it's so deep. Who's going to reveal anything when they tell you, yeah, you say anything, we're killing your kids? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like they say, what we don't know, we don't know. You know?
Right. So if
Hector,
Bondi
thank you, Judy. That's your father-in-law. I get it. Go on.
So if Bondi's delaying it or whatever she's doing, because you got to get rid of these nasty Fs so that people can come forward without threat of being killed, then she's delaying it. Cash Patel said he's going to release it as soon as he gets it. And I trust Cash Patel and Bongino, so I'm willing to wait. We know who's dirty. So, and just like he released the thing about the prince and that guy who worked with him, his best friend,
Yeah, that he was
banging
kids.
young girls. Okay, we sort of knew it anyway. The people who believe it are going to believe it, and anybody who says anything to confirm it, they're just going to say, yeah, see? And the people who don't believe it or don't want to believe it, are going to say, well, how can you trust that guy? He'll say anything. So it doesn't matter. Like, until you see the video, and then I believe even if they show the video, people will just say, that's a deep fake. It's made up. So, what's going on with the whole...
And you know what gets me? And I just revert back to that bitch fucking Karan Jean-Pierre. When they we glazed over the fucking Biden thing. When she's like, yeah, those are all deep fakes. And she didn't even call them deep fakes. I forget what she called them. Some kind of fakes. Couldn't even think of the word right. Like, they lied. They lied about that, and that goes away. But now everyone's like, oh, these are deep fakes. They lie about what are deep fakes so that fucking when you see one, when you see the truth, like, it might be a deep fake. You literally don't know the diff.
Right. So, and why aren't we hearing more about the P. Diddy thing? That might be even worse. Who knows?
Yeah.
Where are the videos for that? Are they going to come out after the trial? Are they going to come out at the trial?
I don't know. I am interested in this, though. Did you hear this? Or back to the Pam Bondi thing. Before she announced thousands of videos of evidence in the case, she was secretly recording, sharing the info with women at a restaurant, pretending to be a nanny. The woman turned out to be wearing a hidden cam, blah, 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 blah. Keith shared a 15-second clip of the video Thursday showing Bondi eating brunch in a restaurant. The woman who had just approached asked her, do you know when the Epstein files are getting released? We hope soon, she answers. The FBI has been on them. Oh, is this the video? No. It's
okay. So how is that any sort of big deal? She said, well, hope they'll get released soon.
She wrote, you know what it is, though? There are tens of thousands of videos. It's all with the little kids, so they have to go through every one of them, Bondi says. That doesn't seem bad. All right, what's this? Can we hear this?
I can't hear it.
Talk to him for a sec, Pete.
Okay, if P. Diddy's connected to everything, probably. I would believe that, Judy Lopez. I think it all has to be connected. How many people could have huge sex trafficking rings going with powerful people in Hollywood? You would figure that's one guy's business. If you had a lot of people doing it, they'd be in competition with each other and causing each other problems. Like YouTube and Rumble shutting each other down.
All right, let's take a listen to this. Thank you for your patience, people. Once again, yeah, I'm sure it's not anything with StreamYard being like, everyone needs to be on YouTube. Let's make you keep losing audio on Rumble. Bastards, here we go.
Yesterday, Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, was at the White House and disclosed what she represented as brand new information in relation to Jeffrey Epstein, the existence of tens of thousands of videos featuring little children.
Okay, pause it a minute.
Thousands
of
videos of
those featuring.
How's that brand new information? I knew they said for years she had thousands of videos on CDs and everything in safes all over the place. How's that new information, Gene? I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
All right.
Little children.
There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Now, this is the first time an official has publicly acknowledged that videos of Epstein and his victims exist. What you may not know is just 9 days prior, the Attorney General had a very similar conversation with a total stranger in a restaurant.
Do you know when the Epstein files are going to get released?
We hope soon. FBI has been.
Okay.
So,
Any dates?
no, you know what it is? There are tons of thousands of videos.
Yeah.
And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through every one.
In the past, officials have spoken about the, quote, mountain of evidence in the Epstein case, but they've never, previous to that moment, acknowledged on the existence of videos of, quote, little kids. Just a few days later, at 2 p.m. on May 1st, our reporter sent the AG's office the text of the recording. We asked why this detail had not been disclosed to the public, but was instead being told to a random stranger at a restaurant.
That makes no sense. Why would she share it with a nanny? I mean, I don't get that.
Gene, no, I'm not going there. No, she's saying the same thing in public now that she said to the nanny. Is he trying to say, well, he said it to the nanny and it's out, so now she has to go public and say it? That's a load of crap. There's no way. We knew there were videotapes out there. I appreciate Pam Bondi saying it to some nobody. What'd she say to her? We have these tapes. He's with a bunch of kids. We're going through them so we don't reveal the kids. Oh, so what? What big information is that? I knew that. I knew that. I believe that. Why? Because she said it to this nanny. That's the first time somebody in government said it. So it's a big deal. Come on. Come on. And then they're saying that's the same thing with the signal chat thing. Hegseth, they all say the same thing in public that they say. There's no difference. You know what I mean? So who cares? They're all consistent. They're not hiding anything. There's no
but what you're saying is she said there's videos of kids to the woman first, and then she said it in public, and they're like, well, she had to say it in public?
That seems to be what he's intimating.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Right? He said they had the undercover video, they sent it to the State Department, and then timeline-wise, then Bondi says it on TV or wherever she said it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean, Pete. All right.
And by the way, I do like Johnny Claire's comment that Epstein had the very high class. What did he say? The high class people in the pedo world. Yeah. And well,
Seems racist to me, Pedro.
No, it's not racist. There's a lot of people of all walks of life, I'm sure, that Diddy was getting who had money. But they were in that,
Go off, Pete, gay bitches. I don't want to share it. Because I don't want to lose this screen share. All right, let's watch the rest.
Restaurant. The Attorney General used almost the exact same language as she did with the stranger in the restaurant, language that we shared with her press office.
There are tons of thousands of videos. Yeah, and it's all with little kids.
There are tens of thousands of videos of.
And it's all with little kids.
Okay, so so May 7th. All right, so what?
Of videos.
That's my point.
Epstein with children or child.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Pete.
Now, we hesitated to publish this story, but believe, like we did yesterday, that the public has a right to know. And this one raises serious questions.
Why? They made it sound like she was like in the videos or something.
Let's see why this raises serious questions. I'm worried that Pam Bondi's going to turn up dead tomorrow.
The highest law enforcement official share this information first, not with the American people, but with a self-described nanny at brunch. But more importantly, why was this information held back in the first place? Does this show that a government apparatus is still working behind the scenes to protect powerful people involved in the scandal? Based upon the response to our Epstein story yesterday, it's clear that the American people want answers, and they want accountability.
Okay, so I'll disagree. I don't think, see, it's two ways to look at it. He looks at it, oh, she's trying to protect these high-ranking people who may have been involved with Epstein. No, I look at it as Pam Bondi, head of the DOJ, is trying to protect the lower people in the DOJ, FBI, who are trying to do the right thing and get this out there, but have had their lives threatened by these maniacs. That's who she's probably trying to, for me, that's who she's trying to protect. And Lord, and you know, when these people start turning up dead, they'll just say it was from the COVID shot, I guess.
Sure.
It's ridiculous, Gene. Please, that's a non-story to me. To me, that's a non-story.
By the way, this is what Bob was talking. That is spike protein alcohol. Thank you, Bob Fan of Patrice. I just saw that. Spike protein alcohol. Good and good for you, buddy. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I was talking to Kiana about it yesterday. I'm like, oh, maybe she's like, because I was just listening to what they were saying. I'm like, oh, maybe she's hiding some stuff. But no, they just fucking like. And I like James O'Keefe. I shouldn't say like him, but
Yeah.
I've often trusted him. Like I get what he's doing. I think he called a lot of people out. But then it's like, well, now you seem like some guy trying to just get clicks with that bullshit. That's clickbait.
I agree. I don't think the left will make a story out of it, or they won't because they want to hide. They don't believe any of it. Maybe that's why he put it out there. And yeah, Johnny Claire, Virginia Giuffre, you weren't here last week, Johnny, I guess, but we talked
He might
about
have
that.
been. Maybe he was just being quiet.
Nobody believes that she offed herself.
No, it's
Nobody
impossible.
believes that. Johnny, do you? I don't even think Johnny Claire believes that. Yeah, Jaquan, I get you. The video is hard to understand because it's like you're not saying anything.
Yeah. You don't know. Let's see.
Peter is simping for Pam. I do like Pam Bondi.
Yeah, she's good. Well, I was like skeptical when I heard that, and then it's like, whoa, what the fuck's going on with that? You know, and then you see what he's saying, like, oh, and now he's saying it on. Yeah, she's just she's being just completely open. She's like, she told a woman at a diner that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
There's nothing to hide. It's common knowledge. They make it sound like she's on the tapes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And by
I
the
gotta
way, that was one. Who knows how many other people Pam Bondi said that to in public who didn't have a hidden camera on them. She might be saying that to everybody who asks her point blank in a restaurant. Pam Bondi's our age. She's, I think, my age or a year older. She didn't grow up with thinking, oh, everybody's got a camera, everybody's gone after me. And I guess somebody will play that as well. She shouldn't be that naive anymore. Maybe she shouldn't have the job if she's not thinking that way. Silliness. It's amazing how many people in their 50s are in this cabinet. That's why it's such a great cabinet. I don't know where Gene went. So let's look in the John Doe. Yes, I agree with John Doe said there. That's what's going on. I think anything that comes out that challenges what I'm going to say it, the people in central banking want out there, it gets attacked.
Sorry, Pete. Didn't mean to leave you hanging like that. You good?
I'm good. I don't think Pam Bondi's in Pam Bondi doesn't know who I am.
Oh, everyone knows who Max Loads is.
By the way, I also saw, to speak of another one, no, I don't mean Jews, Johnny Claire. I don't mean Jews. They also had Christy Nome on the other day lighten up that Van Hollen nitwit.
Who?
That was great. The guy who went to the senator from Maryland, who went down to El Salvador to meet with the Maryland dad, and he's there saying, hey, look, I'm not vouching for this guy's character or anything. This is all about the rule of law, and he deserves due process. And one of the things I saw in that Tim Pool thing for the short time I watched it is he brought out the fact that there's immigration courts separate from these other courts. And that these people, they came in the country illegally, the immigration court can throw them out. They don't have to give them any due process. You know what I mean? Because there's a process for coming in the country that they violated. That was where their due process was.
Did you really say, and I'm an expert on processing, violating people and coming in this country. Sorry, I was holding a whiskey bottle when I did it. You said it. By the way, before we get too far away from it, our boy EK Legend, did you see Cash testified that Epstein hanged? You don't have to put hanged with an asterisk, EK. Come on, bolt up. Did you see that? Oh, God damn it, Gene. I'm so sorry. I might have to stop. Too many buttons hit. I apologize, Pete. Did you see that? Start over, Peter. I'm sorry.
I did see that, and I wonder about that. I did see that, and I wonder
just
about
unmitigated, unsolicited. Thank you, Gino. You'll think of it. He just said, yeah, he hanged himself. Like when Colin Coward says the vaccine saved millions, he pulled one of those.
By the way, maybe he knows. Maybe he didn't hang. Maybe he says he hanged himself, but maybe he knows. Yeah, he really is gone. He got hung. I don't know. That, and by the way, that's an easy out for Kash Patel. Why would you say anything else? That's the story that's out there. We'll believe it until we don't.
Sure.
So I'll let Kash Patel off the hook too. These people got to do what they got to do to stay alive. That's how sad it is.
So you're saying he's like, hey, could you just remind me? Hey, Kash, would you be a doll and remind people while they're sitting there with pictures of his kids or his hot wife? Would you be a doll and remind people that fucking Jeffrey Epstein hanged himself? Because this whole fucking tape thing is really getting inconvenient.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know.
Oh my God, your eye.
It's okay, baby.
Are you all
It hit the
right?
bridge of my nose.
Oh no.
What the hell was that?
I was just trying to throw it to you.
But I wasn't even looking. She's assaulting me, Peter. It's
Oh
on
my
thing. Why did you
God.
do that?
I
I feel like I'm yelling at Karen. Why would you do that, Karen?
You know how I am
It hit
about
my
the
nose.
eyes.
My eyes are fine. What happened?
You know how I am with the eyes.
Look at this. Look at this.
Get out of your eye.
Holy shit! What was
What
it?
happened?
Your nose is bleeding a little.
Yeah, it's my nose. You hit me.
What was it?
You-
A piece of.
She threw a lighter at my face.
No, I didn't. I just was tossing it to you.
But if I'm not looking at you, why are you throwing it at me?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh no.
I'm not sure. Is the chat aware that I had the eye issue?
I think so.
I'll just put it out there.
I'll be fine, baby. Just don't throw shit when I'm not looking.
So my do it again, John and Claire, do it again. So my eye situation in February of 2017, I
remember that.
took a bungee cord, metal end, right directly to my right eye. And when you hear your eye doctor, when I said, "Am I ever going to see out of this eye again?" and he goes, "We don't know," I panicked. So I couldn't see out of it for about a month, and then because I had to wait that long.
Remember they kept doing your blood pressure in your eye? I was freaked out, big brother.
Yeah, they kept taking the pressure in my eye, hoping drops would bring it down, and the drops didn't bring it down. So I had to get surgery, and amazing what they can do. And they were like,
thanks. It was fucking our boy said, shout out Gabe. Kiana finally got Gina back for all the sexual harassment. I cannot work under these conditions, gay bitches. Baby, it's fine. Kiki Dixon, Bob Fan and Patrice just called you.
So I'm very worried about the eyes. I don't mess with the eyes. And I always wear eye protection. Oh, I'm sure that'll be good. I always wear eye protection.
Johnny Claire secretly thrilled.
I happened to not, and it was terrifying.
See, Johnny Claire back in my good graces with one great joke. I've never heard one called a bungee cord before. Let me explain my good friend Johnny Claire's joke. A dick. He said you got hit in the eye with a dick. Johnny, all forgiven for that one, buddy.
Nicely done.
You can hate
done,
me,
Johnny.
but I can never be mad at someone who pulls that line. So they're calling it a bungee cord these days. By the way, Gabe Itch's ass. Pete, does your one-eyed snake wear protection?
I never realized that potentially losing my eye would bring such good comic responses.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm getting some mileage out of that bungee cord, Johnny Claire. Don't kid yourself. I'm stealing that. It's good stuff.
You'll hear that tomorrow night.
Wander back over to Rumble. Come talk with us on Rumble. I think it's good again. But what do I know? I'm a little lightheaded.
All right, I've taken all I can out of this cigar. I think I got the cancer and everything.
Yeah, I got to stop smoking them. It bugs my. It makes my throat scratch.
Well, you know me.
I'm camera now.
I panic. I panic that you may have some sort of throat problem from all the cigars.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it. Baby, you're fine. I don't know what it is, Pete. But I think I scratched it. I don't give a shit. It's just so annoying. It's just one of those freak things. Like every couple years, something freaky happens, you know. But again, it doesn't bother me when baby, hit me with a brick. Maybe we'll get a hundo because Gecko Dundee just gave us a purple helmet. He's like,
You had said, "Baby, where's my brick?"
Oh, yeah, exactly. Hey, baby, can you get me that knife? I want to cut something. Look at that. Look at that. Put on the helmet to protect yourself. Thank you, Gecko.
What is John
Missed you at
Doe?
the football show last night. I want to thank the boys for covering while me and Kiana did shows. What's that, Pete?
Were they on last night?
No, but they went long because there was no football show.
Okay.
We're also figuring out what's going to happen the week that I go to LA, because we can do our Friday show, and Kiana's going to be here, so I can do like a Monday and Tuesday show. There's no show Wednesday because I'm filming, and I don't know if we're going to do a football show Thursday. So we're definitely doing one next week, but there might be another week off. But they just go longer, get a little more super chat money, so it's a win-win for those kids. I love them, you know.
Hey, what I got to ask John Doe what he means by fucking drunk loke us max loads. Like, because I don't know if that's some sort of YouTube talk that I'm now supposed to know what drunk and loke, if they have different meanings.
I think it's just drunk like us, isn't it?
Okay, is it supposed to be drunk like us? That's fine. That's what I would interpret it as. But who knows if great means something different? It's on YouTube, so I don't know anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
I don't get.
I'm retarded.
What's Keanu Anthony and Geno Metcalf? Is that like Casey Anthony and somebody Metcalf? I don't get it.
Maybe it's like Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony, that's what was the other thing.
And
but
maybe the kid who was stabbed, his last name might be Metcalf.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. Like, isn't that a crime? Isn't that a sin? God forgive me.
It was an accident.
But isn't that a sin? God forgive me that, of course, I forgot the victim was named Metcalf. His name is Carl Paulson. Like, I forgot the kid's name, the victim. I'm so sorry. Great pull, J-Nate. I should have gotten it immediately. Yeah, Austin Metcalf. I'm pathetic. That's pathetic on my part. And that's a great fucking reference, J-Nate. My God. Pete, you froze.
Am I back?
Yeah, no, you just froze for a sec.
So I have to,
Dopey calls it the slice and dice, because you're a nice slice and you diced me.
I'll be right back. I have to, and I'll
Take
get a
a dump?
drink.
Drink Lizard?
It's a stand-up affair, and I have to.
Oh, while you're doing that, I should show this fucking clip that I wanted to open the show with before all hell broke loose. It was so fucking funny. Keanu sent it to me. It's a fucking. It's making the. I imagine it's making the rounds. Did you find a third one? No. All right. This is the Winnie the Pooh thing. This is so good. Watch this, guys. Share this tab. I'll make it a little bigger. Watch this. This is so. Wait. I think I did the wrong. Oh, hold on. No, I definitely want to do the first one because I know the first one is better. Please be patient, you wonderful people. Here it is. Hold on. Please hold. They're like, please tell me she sent you a nude. Here we go. You ready? Can you hear this? We can't hear it, Eugene. Motherfucker. Hold on.
See, I threw over again. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what you were thinking.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Baby. Here we go. Try it again. One more time. For shits and giggles. It'll be worth the pay. I promise.
Hey, man, can you respond to my Venmo request for honey?
No, we're not doing that.
What? Why? I buy it for the whole apartment.
Okay, no, you are the only
Hold
one
up.
eating.
Pete just got here. You were starting it over. Watch.
Piglet
It's so good. It's if Winnie the Pooh was your roommate, Pete. Watch.
Hey, man, can you respond to my Venmo request for honey?
No, we're not doing that.
What? Why? I buy it for the whole apartment.
Okay, no, you are the only one eating.
Well, yeah, I'm a bear. And look, is it cool if Piglet comes over to hang out tonight?
No.
Why?
Because he's a live pig. He's disgusting.
You're disgusting. You know, you say piglet like it's a slur.
No, come on.
No.
No.
And not everything is a slur, by the way. I'm tired of that card
But
getting
look,
pulled.
you never let me have friends over or girls over.
You're only friends with barnyard animals.
No, so what girls are you going to have over?
Former porn star Ashlyn Brooke.
No.
Why? Are we still going to watch football?
He literally out of the blue. What kind of girls? Former porn star Ashlyn Brooke.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll watch football.
go
Just chill.
Birds.
Yeah,
Is
go
there
Birds.
a fucking owl in here?
Oh, that's my friend Owl.
His name is Owl.
Yeah, he's an owl. Hey, man, can you respond to my Venmo request?
By the way, you know what this reminds me? Speaking of owls, I believe what a week we have for next week for our final week. On Tuesday, Rich Carucci and Jake and Louie. On Wednesday, fucking Ron Barba, who's a regular from morning, and Bill's coming by, so we're getting tuned up. Monday, Larry will not be here. You know why, Pete?
He's in Mexico getting treatment?
For 3 weeks, he's in Tijuana.
Jesus. How's he doing?
He sent me a good picture the other day. Watch this. Yes, good point. Good point, authentic pink crank blanket. Getting cancer and a scratchy throat from cigar concerns you, but those warts on your left hand are just fine. That's Curtis John. I'm going to tell you people something right now. No, you know what? I'm not. Hey, authentic pink crank blanket, I just want you to know how much I'm enjoying this black label. This Johnny Walker Black. Whoever you may be, but your writing precedes you, you funny freak. What women are you going to bring over? Former porn star Ashlyn Brooke.
Oh, my God. Where do you find that?
Kiana sent it to me. I was dying. Watch this. Gina, you're going to PaisanCon this weekend. I heard Fredo Rubino is going. Gay bitches, I am. I have to sell garbage cans tomorrow till 1. Then I'm going to jump in the car, grab the wife. We're going to go by PaisanCon, and then we're going to go hang with Pete. Oh, my God. Fucking get the fatted calf. $5 from Johnny Claire. Sure, you call it a bunch. Is that what you're calling it these days? You're right. I should have thrown you a few shekels, although I'm not sure if I should encourage his behavior. Also, good one, Kiki. You really made it look like an accident. Johnny, you never have to give me a penny again. But thank you so much.
This. It's all coming together. By the way, Johnny.
It really is like I got into a beef with gay bitches this week, and I literally heard myself on air going like, he's like, yeah, I might have got drunk and said shit, when I get drunk. And I'm like, well, let me say, I would never do that, Peter. I would never get angry and say shit that I'm sorry about. And it was great. It was great. So welcome back, Johnny Claire. Love you, gay bitches. Everett, and of course, Gecko. But yes, good one, Kiki. You really made it look like an accident. She's selling the lie, Johnny Claire. Welcome back, buddy. Feel free to shit on me all you want. What were you saying, Pete?
I just said you're just going to go piss that up a wall. So what difference does it make?
See, look at that. Look at my boys working together. And did I not? I don't know if you were there the next week, Pete. I was talking about it all week. He's like, I'm not going to give you money. You'll just piss it up a wall. I'm like,
yeah,
I missed that kind of like.
I'm like, piss it up a wall.
It's like everyone in my chat's funnier than me. I get it. Goddamn lighter. The lighter broke. You broke the lighter on my. You didn't break my nose.
You a lighter. I gave you a lighter.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's out of fluid.
You
want to do this? Who wants to do this one? Peter, let me say something. Let me say something that you've never said to me. It's out of fluid. I know. Damn right. Max Loads never runs low on fluid. That's why I would never think that someone could run out of fluid, because I can't run out of fluid. Trying to keep up with Johnny and Gabe. What? Trying to keep pace. 2 piglets just stole my truck. And I still have Pete on mute. Peter, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with it today. I'm sorry, brother.
Let me just say, fluid on the list.
Well, never run out of fluid. Why would you say
that? Today we've eliminated garage, fluid. I forget what the other word was now. I'm going to use it again.
Bungee cord.
Bungee. Oh, the bungee cord. Jeez.
Is that what you call it now, Pete? A bungee cord? He meant a black dick. I might have added the black.
I didn't mean anything. I meant bungee cord. Clearly, Johnny Claire meant a dick. But it was a bungee cord. The amazing thing was it didn't hurt. It did not hurt.
Well, you might have been. I wish I could say the same, Pete. My poor wife, she feels bad.
It didn't hurt. I came home. Nick was shooting baskets. I'm like, Nick, give me the ball. I shot a basket. I'm like, okay, I can still shoot a basket. I can't see so good. I was blind in one eye. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
At any rate, that's why I'm very, and they make fun of me because I'm so with the eyes. Nothing around the eyes. Can't have it.
No, you need your goddamn eyeballs, Loads. You do.
Yeah. And I asked the doctor, can I play basketball? He's like, yeah, but you got to cover your eye with something. He goes, you get a finger in there, it's done. I'm like, it's done. He's like, I don't know if I can help you. I'm like, oh, that's terrifying.
Oofa. Why do I not have the ticket link? I'm so stupid. Let me copy this. I'm going to put the ticket link in the chat in case anyone wants to share it. No big deal. I just
as of now, the big fella and I will be at your show.
You have to come. Peter, let me say
I got my ticket.
Yeah. But still,
Pete,
I mean this in the best way, don't I? Like, whenever I have a show, Peter, it could be a block from your house. I'm like, don't worry about it. But I really want you to come to this because now you're Loads. You're the Loads master. They want to see Loads. Probably make you do 5.
What I'm saying is, I bought my ticket.
We'll go over the set. We'll tease it out. Obviously, are you still closing with the bird bit?
I'm not even going to go. I'm not going into anything with you.
Oh, come on. Come on. Guy Markham, by the way, reached out to me. We love Guy, the man that has all of India saying Geno is gay. He was on a news show. Did you see that on Garrett and Steve?
I did.
Do you ever watch Garrett and Steve, except
honestly,
the football show?
When I remember, I usually because I would put them on when I was done golf and driving home, but now you're on when I'm done golf and driving home.
Like, they are. They're like, I don't have to even say I'm not simping. They are great, right? But like, I knew Guy before. Well, we knew him together, but I had Guy on first, and I just talked to. But they interviewed him. It was amazing. They interviewed Landau about his book. Like, they're good. They're really fucking good. What did he write me? I'm fucking an idiot. Missed the news. Caught up with that delightful young lady who uses everyone's favorite word, and I'm disappointed you've not been financially recognized in the same manner. You'd be a millionaire by now. Hope Larry is doing okay. I'll see if I can get some followers over to him. Yeah. Fucking but that's what you go, Pete. I'm sorry.
No, it's because I was just gonna say we've been like me, Lou, we've been having a conversation like how is it you like have not been on Gutfeld? It's troubling to us, Gene. Oh boy.
No, Pete, this is just clever writing. You'll like Curtis John. Sorry I'm late. You get it, Pete? Sorry I'm late. I had to change my avatar. Were you looking for me? I was busy banging some chick by the rest area vending machines. She said her name was Rick.
Oh my
kind of weird lady's name. Now I'm gonna explain the joke. It's a dude. Pete, he was fucking a dude.
I get it.
By the vending machines.
I get Curtis. I get it.
Actually, Curtis John, thank God you're here. He sent me an article because remember he was talking about this. Like, let me go to the chat with Curtis John because I saw her, as I like to say, an article. Like he was talking about this, about how truck drivers are getting pulled over. I'm going to this clown world tweet
because they can't read.
Yes,
good.
Of course, yes. That. Hold on, here it is. Is this what you voted for? And Clown World is very pro-Trump, aren't they?
I have no idea, but I did vote for that.
Yeah, I did too. Like here, open image in new tab.
Hey,
Share
by
this
the way,
tab instead. Go on, Pete. What were you saying?
Since Curtis John mentioned rest area, I can't believe this is where I'm shut out. Gene, we went on a ton of bus trips as a kid, Gene. You remember that?
I do indeed.
Went into a ton of these rest area bathrooms. Yeah. I continued using these rest area bathrooms, driving back and forth from Florida and Myrtle Beach. You know, for the last 20 years. I'm telling you, they now have in every one of these rest areas in the bathroom how to tell if you're being trafficked, like if there's child trafficking going on, things to look for. Yes, I took a picture of one of them in Maryland at the Maryland house.
One of the children?
Because I'm telling you, I said, people don't want to, like, it's there. It's right there now. Those things were not there when we started driving down to Florida in the early 2000s. They were not.
Well, kids, we were smarter then. Peter, we didn't have cell phone, like, you know, the things that go around Instagram in the 70s. Children.
Right, but now it's out there that this is where one of the places they do it. They bring kids to these places, take them in the bathroom, go in a stall with the kid, Some other guy walks in the stall, the parent walks out or the handler, and the freak gets the kid. It's sick. So now it's been made that public. Sort of like Florida passed a law for no chemtrails for something that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. I was in one of those rest stops and I saw a kid reading it and I said, "Kid, you're too ugly. Just go. Too ugly for this."
Is that what he did?
By the way,
maybe that kid was rich.
You can't speak good English. That's what's happening to truckers. We're doing random DOT. They're being pulled over. And I remember KJ mentioning this. Forced to read, write, and speak English on the spot. If they fail, fined, shut down, fired. Doesn't matter how long you've been driving. If you fail the English test, you're done. And I remember Curtis John commenting on that. And then he sent me this article, which I love. This is what U.S. truckers look at. It's a bit on the longer side. Gives you an idea of what we're dealing with out here. And you're welcome. It's a video.
Yeah, I agree. How can you be driving? And that's what this guy, Dave on the record, said. There's signs all over the place. I don't imagine in metropolitan areas there's even more. How can you not be able to read? If a road's shut down, I know, just follow the arrow. Get the hell out. There's other signs, I'm sure, when you're backing in to drop off something at a building. You know what I mean? Or you're in an area where they're doing some construction, you have to go somewhere else. I would imagine it's a big problem.
By the way, rather than show you the 17-minute video, we'll go over that. I'll just show you some of the conversations I have with Curtis John, who, we don't really like him. He's not he sent me this. It says,
"Oh my God.
Good afternoon from beautiful Jacksonville, Florida." Thank God you finally got here, Curtis John. It was so boring.
Yeah.
There was some funny guy here, but it was Pete's Blanket was here.
I'm going to tell you right now.
This is the shit I get.
It's always warm in Florida, so people can dress that way. You won't see that around here right now, although it is getting warmer.
He also sent me Happy Easter. The Easter Bunny's busy this morning making Easter egg for the kids. Sent me that. Let me explain the joke. That bunny's trying to fuck that chicken. Pete, I don't think you get this.
I get it.
This is how I spend the rest of the week when I'm not jerking Max Loads off. I'm just fucking hanging out with him. Oh my God. And he sent this video. Did I ever show this video he made? This is great. This is from like an old like it's blurry, but it's perfect. Look how fat I look here. Because I am. 23 seconds. I don't know if you hear the music. It's great. Drunk limp-wristed Geno can't hide the gay. Did I ever show this? Look at the wrist.
Is that you?
Yeah, it doesn't look like me, does it? I look fat and old. I look thick. Watch the wrist.
Oh my God. What the hell is that?
You're crazy?
Who's sitting on the couch?
Billy Tardy. Hero.
Oh my.
Fucking hero. The hero we need.
Trump is signing new orders repealing Biden-era laws right now.
Go on.
No, I'm just saying it's see, that's why I like doing the show from the garage. I got, the big screen out here that I can have and see what's going on.
Sure. So wait, what did he well, I mean, and let's talk about it, because once again, we never have anything to talk about on these streams. What did you think of them parading? Like, I bet even Kiana will agree. Baby, Kiana got high last night. She did one hit of a joint. She was totaled because she weighs 199. She weighs 3,000 pounds. She was like totaled. Like we were hanging out with Sherrod Small, great comedian. Hadn't hung with him in ages. Fucking gonna drag him here soon. He's like, you want weed? I'm like, nah. Kiana's like, I don't like weed. We're both like, it's waste on me. But he's such a nice guy. She's like, she's like, oh, I'll do one with you. I'll do it. She's like, okay. But even you would agree, like, who looked worse than Joe Biden in that View thing? Am I Jill? Really?
She's nasty. Oh, she's not a nice woman.
And am I right? I'm a fucking asshole. But when I do the bit about people going to hell, I always say, I don't care if Biden goes to hell or not. He doesn't know. Joe Biden's evil. Like, and I love it. They're like, oh, the security's compromised with this fucking, I always forget the Waltz shit. Fucking and Hesketh. Meanwhile, they bragged about fucking Jill Biden sitting in the Oval Office at the president's desk preparing for fucking, you know, one of the G summits or whatever. It's insane. But I mean, her like sitting there just like when they said, and I love the questions. I know you follow, I'll find the video. I know you follow fucking or I know I talk about it on this stream, the liberal hive mind, right?
You talk about it off.
Oh, Pete, that's where I get most. That's the only reason I can hang in a conversation with you, Lou, and fucking Stace.
What do you follow that on? X?
YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I avoid YouTube like the plague. And I don't.
And you should.
But I'm lazy. I've only smoked the dope once, so I can't even imagine. Because we have the conversation when I'm losing my mind on the golf course, and it's split. But most feel that the dope wouldn't help me because I'm too nuts.
Peter, I think you'd love this guy. Like, the thing I love about him is like, he's some Canadian dude. He sits in a fucking trailer. He was in the Royal Mounted Police. He's got the uniform behind him. I'll bring it up in a sec. And he always says, like my video, it's all I care about. That's how he starts it. And there's just something about the way he says, I'm like, this guy's great. But his name is Clinton Jaws. Hold on, skip, share this tab instead, pause, unmute, go back, go to us, remove, add to stage, back, blow up, and play.
How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare?
You know what freaked everybody out?
Like, that's incredible. Watch. That's Clinton Jaws right there, by the way. Watch.
Was that debate.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great night. It was a bad night.
Terrible night.
And everybody lost their mind.
We all thought it was terrible. And I said, yeah,
I mean,
we did, Joe.
Look at this.
But we have hundreds of people
Yeah.
Look
at him just
lost
behaving.
their mind.
We all thought it was terrible. And I said, yeah, you did, Joe. But we have hundreds of people waiting for us. Put your shoulders back. Walk out there.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from...
This must be what you're talking about, Pete. Watch how fucking... She's so evil, and she loves the attention. Gutfeld had the best joke. She's like, then Joe Biden came out, and they talked to the president and Joe Biden. You know, look, did you see this question? You saw this, right, Pete?
I saw parts.
What did you see this? Right in his face.
Democratic sources that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your...
Woo! This is where the goosebumps. I can't believe she asked this question.
I love this guy.
I was sick.
Clinton Jaws. I'm about to go camping, and then The View comes on. Joe Biden's on The View. I totally forgot about this. And now I have to do a video. I don't know if I'm going to go camping. You have to watch this. They did it. They actually did it. And I was thinking, why are you on there, Joe? Why are you doing this to yourself? And then his wife comes on after. And I'm like, that's why. Jill, you're behind it.
Yeah.
Because you missed the power.
If
you
you're
missed being
interested, I'm putting
famous.
the link to
And
this
she
in the
does
chat
this to
if
him.
you want. I
And
love
I
this
just
Clinton
about-
Jaws guy. You know who I love watching? I was telling
goosebumps went down my back.
the Ruben guy, because every
they
video
ask
he
him the
does
question.
is like 4 fucking minutes.
Are you all right up here?
I mean, at most.
Down my back. Because they asked him the question. Are you all right up here?
Something, Ruben.
They actually asked him the question.
I know who you mean.
About the Biden cover-up. Watch this, guys. Like this video. It's the only thing I care about.
Nah, I love that line.
I had to stop watching and come on here.
Some claim he's doing this.
Listen to what Joyce says right off the bat.
Hold on, Pete. Say that again. I'm sorry, big brother.
Some believe he's doing this because the money supply shut off for them. And they want to put out a book or a tell-all or whatever the
Pete,
hell.
they got signed by fucking the biggest talent agency in the biz. I'm so bad at my job, I don't know what it is. I should be like, they got signed to my reps. Haven't been fucking reps since I told Abrams artists to go fuck themselves. Not like I don't even think they got the message. I was dead to them. Here we go.
They really like you. Joe, you answered every question.
Look at him.
He got a standing ovation.
For a job as a cameraman.
What?
We are beyond happy to have you here today for a lot of different reasons.
Why would you do this? Remember, guys, he was given every question before he came. He knows what the questions are.
Yeah.
Why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
What?
Did you hear this answer? Pete?
I don't remember, Gene. Play.
Okay, well, Peter, even better. Hold on, let me just check the bridge of my nose. No, it's just a fucking gash. Maybe it's fine. It's not bleeding. Peter,
That's
why
what
do
you
you
get
think?
for
Why
losing
do you
the
think Joe
lighter I gave
Biden? What's that?
That's what you get for losing the lighter I gave you.
Peter, I have the lighter. Do you want to do that bit again?
No, go ahead. Biden, go ahead.
Peter, it's out of fluid. You would never understand. All right. Why do you think he says the election was lost by Kamala?
Oh, I did hear this because she was a woman and of color. That's the only reason. Yeah. Yep. I heard that. Yeah.
The sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman. She's this. She's that. I mean, it really. I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign.
So Harris is
I said that to
sexist?
him.
They ask him, do you think you would have beat Trump?
Peter, did you hear why? Peter, first of all, I love that you did you see this part? Do you think he would have beat Trump? What do you think his answer is?
I can't remember. I feel like he just mumbles through something here.
No. I don't know. I've seen the response. I don't remember it on this. I watched it today. Oh, Pete, he doesn't mumble it. He says it loud and fucking clear. Thank you for that link, Curtis Sean. I'll get to that in a sec. You got to take a guess. And if he doesn't say it here, I saw another clip and I'll tell you. Why do we, Peter, one, do you think he'd win? Does he think he'd win?
Of course he thought he would win.
Why?
Because Trump's no good. He's a bad guy.
No, Pete, better.
They
Peter,
like
Peter, look, I do another guess because I think you're great
Well,
at this.
the second
Pete,
thing
I
would
want to blow you away when I tell you why. Go on.
The second thing would obviously be because he did such a great job that the people would want. Oh,
Peter, better. You ready?
Yeah.
Peter, I'm going to give you a hint. You're not going to. It's the quiet part loud. If I gave you the hint, it's a terrible hint, but I'll give you one more guess. He says the quiet part loud. It's a terrible hint. You ready? Hold on. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page.
I was sick and tired of trickle down economics. And my dad used to say, not a whole lot trickle down in his kitchen.
Think you would have beat Trump?
I was sick and tired of trickle down economics. And my dad used to say, not a whole lot trickle down in his kitchen table. And so we built the economy from the middle out and the bottom up. But like I said, I'll lay you 8-5 if when that election started, I told you we were going to get any of that done. None of you would have thought it happened.
Yeah.
Not because negative. I mean, it was.
I don't even know what he's saying.
Anyway.
Right. That's what I
As
said.
I say,
He mumbles
we've
through
done
it.
pretty good.
Peter, no. I have another clip. I won't find it now, and I bet a lot of people. You know why he said he won, Pete?
Why?
He's like, do you think you'd beat him? He goes, yeah. He's like, I don't know if you know this. I got 7 million more votes. People didn't go out and vote. Peter,
yes, I heard
he literally
that.
said people didn't
I
go out
heard
and vote.
that. Yeah.
No, they couldn't. It was too big to rig.
I heard him say that. I did hear him say that. It just
Peter, is that not the like? And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it wasn't a good clue. But is that not the definition of the quiet part loud? Yeah, I got 7 million more votes. They were fake votes.
I did hear that clip, and I did hear him say that, and I'm like, well, this is just. It's so stupid. It's not to be believed. And him rebuilding the economy again. Nobody believes it. He could say it. Maybe the indoctrinated young women who have graduated college and the older women with PhDs are still believing it, but nobody else is. I put it right out there because that's who votes Democrat now.
Damn it. Yeah, and by the way, fucking
and young guys who think they're going to impress some of these goofy young women who believe this horse shit. They're your groups. They're your demos for the Democratic Party right now.
By the way, our boy got it, and you knew it too. But our boy, Mr. White, that fucking bum, he got it.
Yeah.
The fake votes. He didn't say it that way. I know you know he didn't say it that way, but my God. And shout out, after killing 2 fucking people and being found hundreds of miles away. This is the article Curtis John sent me about the guy. After killing 2 people and being found hundreds of miles away, he told state troopers to just take him to the airport so he can go home to Somali. Russians are doing the same thing out of Chicago. Our boy Curtis John, of course, is talking about this article he sent me. Hit-and-run driver held without bail after death of 2 surveyors in Palm Bay. This is the guy. The driver of a tractor-trailer hit-and-run left 2 surveyors dead, being held without bail in Brevard County. Hassan Abdurrahman Sheikh Ali, whatever. 36 of North Carolina faced 2 counts of leading the scene, blah, blah, blah. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, the FHP, His truck ran off the southbound road before striking a motorcyclist and 2 people working. Both surveyors died as a result of their injuries. The motorcyclist was uninjured. Wow. But wow.
Hey, I just some breaking news. If anybody is on here from the great state of New Jersey,
yes,
it's being reported that Newark mayor, who's also running for governor of New Jersey, he's one of the Democrats running, Ras Baraka, was arrested today at an ICE detention center where he was protesting its opening, a federal prosecutor said. So Ras Baraka, Newark mayor, was apparently arrested today, protesting them opening an ICE detention center. This is what goes on in the great state of New Jersey.
Oh, I want to watch some more of this clip. This is
Yeah,
incredible.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Like, I can't get enough of this. Watch. Like, and every time they drag him out or her out, Peter, who do you think right now, as of today, who is, how do they say it, the top of the ticket for the Dems in 2028? Ask it.
I think it's Gavin Newsom. I think it's Gavin Newsom.
By the way, I have to refresh this because, again, you're going to lose it. Why do you think it's Gavin Newsom? Go without me.
I think it's Gavin Newsom because he's in California, and the people who don't know any better think he has the best chance of winning. I can't imagine. It could be Kamala Harris, but that would just be insane because she has proven she just sounds like drunk whenever she's speaking. So that's why I think it's Gavin Newsom.
They say it was her cocaine now, right?
I've heard it was her cocaine. Again, though, because the demographic who votes Democrat is what it is, and Kamala Harris is a woman, she might be their best shot because that's the only person. I told you the demographics who vote Democrat now. That's what I believe they are.
Whoa. What are they? I might have been out of the chat rebooting.
No, indoctrinated young women, recently graduated college, high school, in college, women with a PhD or perhaps a master's who are older, and young men who are trying to attract these women and think this is what I got to do. I got to be I got to be like this and agree
Peter,
with all
I hate to use a millennial term, cucks. They're called cucks.
I will not use that word because that's not the word I mean. It's just I'll use beta male for lack of a better word, but I don't like that either because then it's just guys who just deny reality.
Take this off for now. Watch how I sim, Peter. I can take this off for now.
Hey,
but yeah, this is incredible. And getting back to what I said before I show this, if you ask me the top of the ticket right now,
yeah,
I think they're realizing, and I don't know if you said it while I was rebooting. Okay, like when you say Gavin Newsom, yeah. But when you say that, you're like, that's how dumb the Democrats are now. And you tie it into the people voting. I could see those perfectly put, big brother. This is why I love fucking Fridays, because you used to be a teacher before you were vice principal, but you really do make it clear. It's like, if you think like these people, right? Oh my God, Gavin Newsom. And they're so dumb and vapid. They're like, oh, he's doing a podcast now. He's doing a podcast where he's just getting fucking exposed every time he puts on someone with half a brain. And he fucking has, and then he throws himself softballs and puts Walls on, who just says the dumbest shit. But anyone with a brain's like, this guy he thinks having a podcast is all you need to do, and he doesn't realize how bad he looks. You know, I think the top of the ticket might be fucking AOC. But I'm also using that logic. Here's my defense of it, and it's stupid, Peter. But these people are all like when you hear she's never introduced a bill to the floor, let alone had one passed. But she's the one they parade around, and they really want to push the woman thing, and they believe shit like this is working when Biden goes on and says, yeah, they don't want to vote for women. That Princeton professor you called out who said, yeah, because this is what you get. You know, this is what you got. And that's why I think, like, she arguably could be the top of the ticket. Am I wrong, Loads?
No, you're not wrong. She would have been my third choice. You're not wrong. I just think if it comes down between her and Kamala Harris, why would they go with someone with even less experience than Kamala Harris?
Because Kamala
other than she's retarded.
Because every time Kamala talks, it's like, she buries herself. You saw the last, like, she still does word salads. She's dumb, and people have to be realizing that. My question is, or my point is, and I'd love you to refute it, which I'm sure you can, is every time she opens her mouth, she's not winning people over. She's underscoring the fact that she's an idiot. I can't see her winning anyone over when she gives speeches. I can't see anyone saying like, and don't get me wrong, the poll came out that said, would you change your vote for Trump? 2% said they would, 1% said they wouldn't vote, but the same for Kamala, because no one fucking cares. It didn't matter. But you cannot convince me that when people watch her, she's winning more support. Am I wrong? What do you see?
I see her as no different. When she speaks, she doesn't make sense. She's all over the place. It's just not as word salady. She doesn't just rumble through and say things different in different ways over and over. She just says stupid stuff straight out. I don't know if you saw it because you mentioned if we vote differently. There's a video of Van Jones from CNN speaking with 3 black people who voted.
I saw it, and they're all like, and he's why is he laughing when they're like, what?
Yeah, and they all said, I'd vote for him again in a heartbeat.
And why is he laughing at it? When it, like, I don't get it.
Because Van Jones was like, he didn't expect those answers.
Yeah, but why does he even show it, though?
Why not? I don't know. It was
I don't either.
Was it live? Maybe it was live. I don't know. Do they do anything live? Maybe it was live. Gene, live interviews.
I give CNN props if it was live. I just don't think they have the fucking chutzpah to do shit live anymore. You know?
Yeah, they do. The only, again, and we've said this before, the only reason these networks exist now, I feel like, is so they give each other content. Because if you watch Fox and CNN, they just show what each other is saying.
Oh yeah, you said it perfectly. They clip for each other. They exist
so right
they
now,
can be clipped.
Right now, thank God The View had Biden on. That's been on everything so far, and all these conservative stations.
And this kind of proves
Newsmax is showing it.
But this kind of supports what I'm saying in terms of Kamala, in terms of fucking Biden. Every time he goes on the air, like this really underscored to anyone with a brain, you know, like you're either fucking pro-Trump, pro-Democrat, or if you're on the fence and you can think for yourself, you cannot convince me anyone's going to look at this and be like, wow, that Jill Biden really fucking is a good person. And it's like, she's a manipulative bitch. Look at her. Let's watch some more of this twat sickle. Here we go.
That was great.
It was?
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
And then when we come back,
I'll be even shorter.
Now they ask him, how do you think Trump's doing? His first 100 days, how do you think he's doing?
I think he has done, quite frankly, a very poor job in the interest of the United States of America. I think the way he's dealing, I know you don't want to talk about foreign policy. I'll just be a second.
I found
you were an embarrassment to foreign policy, Joe. Here we go.
This part odd. I was editing this video and then I seen something. I'm like, what the heck is that? Biden says, I know you don't want me talking about foreign policy, and then some kind of noise or buzzer goes.
I never hear the noise. Tell me if you hear this, Pete.
Off. Was that a deliberate interruption?
I think, the greatest alliance in the history of the world is NATO, not a joke. Yeah. I think that he has demonstrated to the rest of the world that, the idea that he has a relationship with Putin the way he does. I've known Putin for over 45 years. The man's not, he's a dictator. I could go on, and then domestically.
He literally pulls, Peter, he literally pulls the dictator thing. He literally pulls the dictator thing, which again, would you be a dictator? I would be for one day. Because he meant how many executive orders he was going to sign, just like every president, just like the shit Biden did. And he meant, am I wrong, Peter? I'm going to be a dictator for a day because I'm going to fucking actual pen, not auto pen, away all this shit that doddering fucking idiot put in. Am I wrong, Peter?
I would say you're wrong only in the fact that that executive orders are a legitimate part.
Not fake Kiki's funnier than you sometimes, baby.
So I said
she thinks the sound was Whoopi's smoke detector chirping. I still don't even get that whole bit. You made fake Kiki laugh, not fake Kiki. I love you both so much. Go on, Pete. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say executive orders are a legitimate presidential action. So I don't know about that, but I think he was going to be, something along those lines, so he could get rid of all the stupid shit Biden did in one day. Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't even do that. I mean, he signed executive orders. but nothing crazy, and everything gets challenged. By the way, it's all over the news now of Ras Baraka. That's freaking great, getting arrested.
Peter, put the link. Peter, put the link in the chat.
What link?
Where are you where are you reading this?
Well, I saw it, but it's on the TV.
Oh,
Luke,
tell Peter. I'll do it right now. What's the guy's name?
Listen. Go to your text messages because Lou sent it to you.
My man. Best fucking. I have the best staff. Lou, Mongo, and Pete. It's in no, Pete, he didn't send it to the group.
John Doe may have hit it on the head, Gene. Maybe Van Jones wanted to show the black.
You're hot, Kiki. You're right. He did. Oh wait,
yeah,
maybe Van Jones. There's black unrepentant Trump voters. He is Tom Show the Greater,
trying to show them that the Democratic Party's losing all the black vote. He's trying to because Van Jones has been out there openly saying that.
God, well said. I love fucking Fridays. I learned so fucking much. That's a great point, John Doe. Go on, Pete.
I said that's an excellent point. Maybe that's why he did it. Because it's hard to find another reason why you would put that out there. And again, those were
EK Legend sends the article. Thank you. Go on, Pete.
That's it. No, they are losing that vote. People don't want to believe it. And by the way, I loathe the fact that however they can, break it down by like race and all this stupid stuff, because I don't think that's what makes you vote one way or the other. What you believe is what makes you vote a certain way. And I just feel like these people are just indoctrinated. Oh, by the way, that's the other group that will still vote Democrat. People of the sunken cost. They've been with it so long.
Fallacy. We've been talking about that all weekend.
Right. They've been with it so long they can't get out, no matter what. They refuse to blind
as opposed to the sunken treasure phallus I have. Am I right?
What the hell?
No, that was no, Peter. Peter, say good one. Just say good one.
A good one. Am I muted? I don't even know if I can say good one.
I made sure I unmuted you. I'm getting better. I'm sorry. I gotta give props to the Rumble chat that I keep fucking losing. Dumb blacks vote for other dumb blacks, right? Fucking Johnny Claire. I was reading. Yeah, these are. Oh, by the way, shout out Curtis John. That's a great one. Fucking Vance and Tulsi Gabbard in 28. You know what I mean? And by the way, if the Dems were smart and they could never get her back, they would try and get Tulsi. Well, that's a dumb statement. They can't get Tulsi to swing back. You know what I mean? I think Stancil and Drunk Jimmy in 2032, without a doubt. Without a doubt, Bob Fan and Patrice. What did I? There was another good one in here. But wait, let's go to this. We'll never get back to the Biden thing. Here we go. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka arrested. This is amazing. Can you see it? Arrested at ICE detention center. Am I sharing it? I'm not. Hold on. Thank you. Add to stage. Sorry about that, fellas. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka arrested at ICE detention center in New Jersey.
And I think he's doing this to get his name out there and build credibility among the lunatics.
He was arrested for trespassing in an ICE facility. The mayor of Newark has committed trespassing, ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security to remove himself. He's trying to look like this is what they do. He was taken there in Newark. We're actively monitoring, provide. So he's basically doing it as a publicity stunt to say, hey, look, I care about these fucking people.
Yeah. Yes, and I think
they're so transparent. Go on, Pete. I'm sorry.
No, and I think that, he's got his advisors. But to me, this is like a Hail Mary out there because there's like 4 or 5 Democrats running. It's him, Mickey Sherrill, who's ex-Navy, and she's running. And it just came out that she was involved. Like she made $350,000 or something. Basically, she went into Congress, and all of a sudden, she's worth $7 million as a congresswoman. She's running. Sean Spiller, who was some muckety-muck in the teachers union, he's running as a Democrat. This Steve Fulop, mayor of somewhere in North Jersey, he's running. So there's a lot of Democrats out there. So you got to get your name out there any way you can. And I think this is his way. But I think it's a miscalculation because I'm in South Jersey, and maybe our voice in North Jersey, Lou, can tell you if it's correct or an incorrect move. Because up there, people are nuts. And they're like, yeah, you should let all these, well, what are we doing? By the way, North Jersey was the first place I ever saw those hate doesn't live here signs. The Barack Obama thing with the heart, hate doesn't live here.
By the way, like the signs in this house, we know Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like that garbage. Yes, I saw that all up in North Jersey.
But you know why people would do that?
Virtue signaling. They got it.
Well, that and also monkey signaling, so that when people were looting and wrecking shit, they didn't fucking wreck their house. They're like, they're like, hey, we'll leave out some bananas. Don't burn our place to the ground. That's why, Peter. Do you think I'm wrong? When we put, hey, in this house, Black Lives Matters. So I don't want you niggers wrecking my yard. That's what they left out of it. Sorry. It's I'm trying to start a give, send, go. Sorry, Pete, go on.
Yeah, good luck with the give, send, go. But I think
it's not a coincidence. There's 2 G's in give, send, go. Am I right, Pete? Scene. Trying to hang with the chat. They're killing Pete. I'm trying to hang with the chat. I'm a little lightheaded. I was hitting the head with a large object.
Not large
Look
enough.
how big this is.
Yes, not large enough. And not in the right part of the head.
You always take her side.
No, I just don't think that those signs would matter. If they're looting and pillaging, you're looting and pillaging. And you got to remember, a lot of goofy white people doing it.
Ooh.
Don't PU.
Why don't we do this tomorrow, Kiana?
If you don't PU one up, I'll design and implement one up. What is that? What's our frontal assault max loads? If you don't,
Pete, I'm so dumb. Why don't me and Kiana, because I'm going by Paisan Condamar, I think, we just stop at your house and you drive?
I'm going with the big fella, but that's fine.
Well, why don't we do that, right? And then we get a ride back? You have to, because we're going right from there to there.
Whatever you want to do.
3. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but that's a good idea.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you have a couple. Sure, you got a couple White Claws in the fridge for your sister-in-law.
Let me check. I think I do. I'm gonna have one of them lemonades.
Drunky's like I finished them last time, and I'm allowed to call my wife Drunky because you know that's sarcasm. That drunk broad over there, Pete. She had to drink all the. What's that? Don't talk to her like that. Don't tell me.
Let me know either way if you're gonna be here either Saturday or Sunday, so I can get more White Claw in the fridge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that seems like the plan. I'll let you. Unless you hear differently, that seems like common sense because it's on the way. It'd be dumb to take more than one car. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Plus, I know how Mongo loves our company.
Yeah.
And I can walk again. So what you're saying is, before I get too off topic, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to go back to this Biden video again. You're saying that it's a publicity stunt because they're electing a governor in November of this year?
Yeah, we're voting for governor in November.
Kiki just put White Claw break in the chat. He's great. Yeah. All right. And Pete, what are the odds of this? Is there any odds of things going fucking red in New Jersey? I would think if ever they're leaning that way. What if you had to put a number on it? But first, a number. What would it be?
I can't put a number on it because New Jersey's so dirty and it's so crooked. But if it's a legit election, I absolutely believe New Jersey would go red, and I think it's going to be. My guess would be it's going to be at this point. It's going to be Chitterelli versus Mickey Sherrill. That would be my guess.
No? By the way, drop a pin in the chat, JJ. Drop a pin in the chat. He'd love to carpool with us. I could totally pick him up in South Dakota. Drop a pin. JJ made my belt. By the way, living in this belt. Look at this shit. And he put his initials. I got to show you. Look, he put his initials on the back. Look at that shit. Fucking love this belt. I don't mean to brag. Actually, I don't. I'm not bragging. I really am loving it now because I had to add a hole to it and not on the skinny side. I had to add a hole on the chubby side. On the Pete got fat. On the Geno got fat side. So yeah. But I love this belt. Cannot thank you enough. By the way, if anyone wants a belt this great, just let me know. I'll hook you up with our boy. But what were you saying, Pete? So wait, not start over, but so who do you think so it's probably not gonna you don't want to put a number on it because it's so corrupt in Jersey. But who do you like?
But I think the election will probably be Chitterelli is the Republican.
He's the one
And-
that ran last time.
Yes.
And many believe won. Am I correct, Peter?
Many believe that, but they're also, if you believe the numbers, 400,000 Republican registered voters stayed home. So who knows? But this time, I think it's going to be, and it's just me just guessing, it's going to be Chitterelli versus Mickey Sherrill. That's just my guess.
Who?
Mickey Sherrill. She's a woman congressman from New Jersey running as a Democrat. It might
Mickey
be Josh
or Nikki?
What?
Mickey with an M or an N?
M, as in moron.
Oh, M-I-K, I came up. She's
Yeah.
a U.S. rep. Here she is. I'll show you, Pete, because
U.S.
you know your
rep,
shit.
ex-
Pete, is it
former-
her?
Yes, former Navy. She was like a Navy pilot or something. Like, she's got legit credentials.
Yeah, I don't see like I'm not repulsed when I look at her. She seems like a good person.
Right. So I think it's going to be her. That's my guess. Because it's either going to be her or maybe Josh Gottheimer, but I think it's going to be her. Unless the whole thing with her making, like, there's something out there that she made $350,000 and something crooked or shady, but they all have that. So I think that's a wash.
Peter,
So I think it's
350. Peter, 6 figures. She's fucking
Right.
She's
So I
she's
think it's
fucking
gonna be-
humble.
I think it's going to be her and Chitterelli, because Chitterelli definitely has momentum. But there's a guy running for the Republicans who you don't hear anything about. If you look at it, it's Kranjak or something, Martin or Mario. He's from North
And where?
Jersey. Mario Kranjak or something. Just look up Republican from New Jersey. And he wants to run as like New Jersey's Donald Trump. Like he's going to institute a Doge, but he's got nothing. Like I'm not hearing anything about him. So because he's got nothing so far, that's him. Yeah, because this guy is not getting any support that I can see. Or maybe, it looks like it's going to be Chitterelli versus, to me, Mickey Sherrill. And then we'll see how it goes. That's what I think.
Okay.
But that's just me speculating. I'm sure people from New Jersey in the chat may think differently. Because the other ones running for the Democrats are Raz Baraka, and I think his little show today, he's out. I think because of that. Then you got Sean Spiller, who was from the teachers union. There aren't enough teachers to carry him across the line. And I still think there's enough people who resent what's going on with education to hurt him. Josh Gottheimer, I don't know enough about. Somebody in my neighborhood has a sign up for him already. I saw his commercial. It's terrible. I think. Steve Sweeney, who was the president of the Senate in New Jersey for a while, but he's from South Jersey, so I don't think he has a chance. And Mickey Sherrill, so that's why I default to her.
All right. Well, and by the way, I can't believe I'm just doing this now.
On the Republican side, it's
Please.
Chitterelli, it's Bramnick, who's also a comedian, by the way. John Bramnick, do you know him?
Yes, me and Kiana met him when we did a political fundraiser with. He's like the funniest lawyer in whatever.
So my thing with him is, unless I'm mistaken, he was on Fox News around the time Trump was doing his rally in Wildwood last year at this time, and he's like, "You never win in New Jersey supporting Trump. Trump's not a winner in New Jersey," or something to that effect. I might be wrong. It might not have been him. Okay, but you got him. You got Chitterelli, Bramnick, Bill Spadia, who used to be on 101.5, but there's stuff with him out there saying he's not in favor of Trump. And you got this Mario Kranjak guy. And I just think Chitterelli is the most
Speaking of 101.5, I forgot to reach out to him. I got to try and do one more call in, either live or later, or tape for later. But go on. Yeah.
No.
All right, I want to end this part because we're getting very New Jersey centric. Don't get me wrong,
fine.
Pete.
Well, you asked me, so I told you.
No, Peter, and I'm listening to you because I'm a New Jersey guy in a way, but I don't want to get too New Jersey centric. It's not like I'm saying, Pete, you don't know what you're talking about. Pete, it's the opposite. You could talk for days on this shit, and I love it, But I like to paint in more broad strokes, And I'm sure you'll cover this on your podcast, and I'm sure you're going to eventually start doing. Peter, I don't know why you don't do one on your own.
Oh, please.
Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow night when you can plug it and go on stage.
Do you understand?
I gotta watch a little more Biden. I really do.
Yeah, you understand? I lack what's it called? Motivation, Gene.
I disagree. I lack motivation. You're fucking driven.
That's
Here
why
we
the
go.
talkie went elsewhere.
Here we go.
Healthcare and Social Security. Why is he doing that?
Oh, by the way, he lies. Peter, he pulls the Donald Trump is taking people's health care and stuff. Listen to him.
45 years. The man's not.
Remember, this is him talking about how he thinks Trump is doing. So he spouts lies. Here we go.
He's a dictator. I could go on.
He's a dictator.
I don't understand. Why is he going after people's health care and Social Security? Why?
Peter, is he going after people's health care and Social Security?
No. Nope. I don't even know why. See, there's a perfect example. Just say it, and it is if you're a Democrat. He's not. I don't believe he is. If anything, he wants to get rid of income tax on Social Security. How is that in any way going after Social Security? He wants to get rid of income tax for anybody making under $150,000 a year. He wants to get rid of fraud. He wants to get rid of fraud in Medicare and Social Security. I don't think that's going after people's Medicare and Social Security. Go ahead.
Taking away dead people's health care, Corsica wants to know.
Right. So he's got it. This guy gets it.
I love. Wait, I missed Aaron. See, I fucking hate Aaron. Just do the traffic, Pete, and we'll move on. Corsica, you can take the boy out of Jersey. You can't take Jersey out of the boy. All right, again. But yeah, we get it. Like, and a lot of people are your Jersey fans here, Pete. That's why. But it's like, I got to get back to this idiot. So no, yeah, I think what they're saying is, yeah, but I think what they're saying is, not what they're saying. I think the fucking misinformation is, all the shit they're doing with Doge. And when they're like, oh, they're going after, no, they're fucking going after Social Security. So they're not, you said it, fucking Johnny Doe. So they're not fucking paying dead people anymore. Johnny Claire will do a shit. Oh my God. That is Claire Loads. What would we call that? Oh, I can't loads up anymore. Clearly. We'll spitball it, JC. All right. Back to this fucking, but that's what it has to be. It's that lie. Listen to him.
Why would
I didn't hear the
Johnny,
sound.
Why would it just be Johnny Loads? Go ahead.
Johnny Loads is the top of the list right now. I'll give you that. Do you hear anything? Watch. He rewinds it. I will never, I'm sorry about the ads. I will never fucking waste my time giving them money. For
okay, good. Let the ads run because go ahead.
Do you have to pee?
Of course I do, Gene. My bladder. I'm an old man.
Don't you have a Gatorade bottle?
In my garage?
Watch this, Pete. While you pee, we will show the second Winnie the Pooh clip.
Okay, and look, I'm leaving the microphone here. I forgot last time.
Oh, hold on, Pete. Talk to him for 1 sec. I got to reboot so they have sound. Just talk to him real fast.
He wants to see me wet myself. This is what goes on. He doesn't have to reboot. I don't believe him for a second. This is what happens with Gene. He thinks he's so funny.
Thank you for dancing, monkey. Peter, really, he's got to pee so bad, my big brother. All right, hold on. Let me share this. Ba-boom. All right, go away for now, Pete. Winnie, special thanks to Fake Kiki for sending these to me. I didn't even hear this one yet, so I'm excited. Here we go.
Okay, I'm here for the roommate meeting. What?
Put your pants on.
Don't yell at me. I'm a bear. Come on, I'm a global citizen.
Hang up with a child. You must wear pants. Terrible option.
Look, you keep Christopher Robin's name out your mouth, you cucks. I hang out with him. Owl, Tigger, Piglet.
Animal. 3 animals and a child come in here and they break everything.
Crew small but crazy. Come on, cut me some slack.
We cut your slack if you ever did the dishes.
You know I can't. My trauma.
ADHD is not trauma.
Yeah, I'm neurospicy.
I hate you.
I'm gonna spit in your shoes.
Hey, everyone, just relax.
Okay,
please.
okay, all right. Oh, I took your laundry out of the washer.
Wasn't done.
I know it's soaking wet, but I gotta wash my shirt. I have a date later with Kiki Palmer. Okay, I'm here for the roommate meeting. What?
Put pants on.
Don't yell at me. I'm a bear. Come on, I'm a global citizen.
You hang out with a child, you must wear pants. Terrible.
Look, you keep Christopher Robin's name out your mouth, you cucks. I hang out with him. Owl, Tigger, Piglet.
Animal. 3 animals and a child come in here and they break everything.
Crew small but crazy. Come on, cut me some slack.
We cut you slack if you ever did the dishes.
You know I can't. My trauma.
ADHD is not
It's
trauma.
not.
Yeah, I'm
So
nerve
fucking
spicy.
good. All right, back to this idiot. That's funny stuff. Yeah, that's got to catch on. That guy sounds just like Winnie the Pooh. In the first one, when he goes, "We're not going to do that," I thought it was me the first time I heard it. I really did. All right, let's go back to this liar. Perfectly timed, Pete. You missed Winnie the Pooh. He's got trauma. Here we go.
Healthcare and Social Security. Why is he doing that? What
I didn't hear any
possible reason is that? How is he saving money? People paid to get into these
Something weird going on.
Yeah.
He's just elaborating on a lie. Look at him.
I can be sure.
I know.
And do you take any responsibility for Trump's reelection?
No one thought I could get past an over $1 trillion plan to rebuild the country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we made a lot of commitments, and we $1 billion tunnels going through the for Amtrak, bridges, so on. And we knew none of this would occur for another 6 months to 2 years. It takes time to do all that. I mean, for example, we invented the computer chip. It's a multi-trillion-dollar future. But guess what? Because it was cheaper to get cheaper labor.
Invented the computer chip, guys.
What did he say? We invented the computer chip?
Brought the product back home, we lost control. That what was doing, but we knew, and I knew this. I knew it wasn't going to happen right away.
Look at her looking at him like this guy, like she's.
How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done?
I wonder what this is, by the way. Look.
How do you lead the world without having the best education?
What is that Band-Aid on his hand?
Who the hell knows?
Lead the world when you don't have that done. And they're all set up to do it. This is a guy who left with the largest deficit any president has added.
Peter,
when he was last
I'm
time
going to pause this for a very good reason.
Choice, what's it all about?
Are you sure?
Cut all these programs.
Peter, are you sure you're not ready to start your own podcast? Pete should start his own podcast, Kiana, and call it Pete Unloads with 3 Z's. Absolutely. With Pete Piscani. And he could talk about politics. And I bet Johnny will even make you a belt to really help. Will you throw in a belt?
Again, as much as I believe in the George Costanza theory, what he said on Seinfeld for regular TV, why won't people watch? Because it's on TV. I just don't know that holds true for this, because you got to find an audience. You know, what am I going to be on here? I mean, this is fun.
You start doing it, and the audience finds you. You're fucking the way you fucking you talk like a teacher that cares. You know.
I mean,
you talk like a teacher that wants kids to learn more than to have your summers off, which you also enjoyed. But
the best thing was summer school. Teaching summer school was the best deal.
Why?
Tremendous.
Why?
Tremendous. What?
Why?
Summer school, because you got paid. I worked Monday through Thursday from 8 to noon for 6 weeks. We're done at noon. Do you understand? At 1 o'clock, I was on a golf course somewhere.
How many years did you teach summer school?
As many as they would let me. I think 6, 5, 4 or 5. I don't know.
Why didn't you teach when you were a VP or you weren't allowed?
They didn't have it in where I was.
You worked year round as a VP, kind of, sort of, didn't you?
And that was a year-round job. Yes. I was doing the schedule then.
You're hilarious.
I'm just telling you, I had other stuff to do.
Peter again. But you shouldn't have a podcast. Nah. You know what? It's a dumb
There's
idea.
a bird in our garage. It's oh no, he's out. Okay. Wait, let me shut the garage door real quick. so the bird doesn't come back in.
He's hysterical. He's funnier than me. We've been over this. Bob Levy calls him the funny Visconti. I don't think I need to sell you on why. He's like, how many years did you teach summer school, Pete? As many as they would let me.
I'm pretty sure
more comedy like this, people. More comedy like this tomorrow night when Max Loads takes the stage for an impromptu guest spot. You're not going to want to miss it.
There, I'm sure. I'm hoping the cigar smoke is cleared out by now, but it was getting chilly out here.
I lost sound again. Talk to him for a minute, Pete. Pretend you're doing a podcast. Plug the show, Pete. Plug the show.
Yes, tomorrow night you can see Gene, Kiana, Jimmy Graham, and I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. Who's going to be hosting at the Roost in Vineland? What used to be Casey Ray's. You may remember is the place Gene bombed during a Phillies World Series game. You back?
Yeah, I lost the feed. What happened?
Yeah, you lost the feed.
Here we go. All right, back to this idiot. I got to put him back. I can't get enough of this. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, this is good. That's
Explain
dead
the
air.
tax cut. Peter, what is this tax cut for the super wealthy? That's a lie too, right? Or not that I care. I don't know enough about it.
Who the hell knows, Gene? Basically, what I've heard, and I'm sure the people in the chat have heard, and this is national, that Trump wants to make his original tax cuts permanent. And they were tax cuts across the board. Now, can people argue some groups benefited more than other groups? Obviously, you can make that argument, and people will throw out statistics, show whatever they want. But when you cut taxes, when everybody pays a lower percentage, I don't understand. I just don't believe the hocus pocus of, yeah, well, these people have it better than somebody else. And because the argument's always, well, if you make $10,000, yeah, I know you're only paying 10%. That's $1,000. And if you're paying 10,000, if you're paying 20% and you make $1 million, that's only, what is it, Gene? 20,000? And 20,000 from $1 million's nothing. But 1,000 from 10,000's a lot. Yeah, then get a better job, make more money. Like, stop with the stupidity. That's why I think
no garbage pails on TikTok. I'm doing great with that.
Right, that's the argument against the flat
$300
tax.
in commission for 1 month.
That's the argument against the flat tax. Well, if you charge everybody 15%, that hurts the person making 20 grand more than 200 grand.
Watch this, Pete. Bad news, not fake, Kiki. They're going to have a flat tax.
They're not, but that's the argument against it. So what they're claiming, by the way, the rumor that was just out today was that I guess Trump gave a wink, wink. If you have to raise taxes on the wealthy, it's a little bit, it's okay. I don't know if that's true or not because they're trying to get the bill passed. I just don't get why. Here's the thing: who is voting against getting rid of income tax for anybody who makes under $150,000? How can you vote against that? You know what I mean? It's illogical. But it's well, how's the government going to get their money? Who cares? Who cares? They have to figure it out. That's the deal. Right. DeSantis might get rid of property taxes. And they already don't have state income tax. How come nobody in Florida is like, oh my God, how's Florida going to pay for anything? The insanity, by the way, and I really started thinking about this when I saw when they
he never has to super chat. He makes the thumbnails, by the way. Pete, you're retired. You should invest in a golf course or a whorehouse. Name either one. You name loads of holes. Look at how much you made my brother laugh. By the way, let's address this. Look at that. Look at that thumbnail. He is such a big fan of all of us, especially you. He's like, no, you got to put this up because he looks like the new Pope. He's like, I predicted this. He's like, look, Peter, I don't know if you caught this because it's really clever. You're pretty dumb. Do you see in the upper right? It says the holy seed.
Gee, there's everything in there. The escalator Trump came down, the ladder, the holy seed, Keanu's lips on your goofy face, your stupid face over in the corner. It is a work of art. I don't deserve this. This is unbelievable.
He's so good to us. And I really have to start doing that. Because every week, every day, like it started with the fucking Sheba one where there's a potato. I'm like, what is that? He's like, I listened to her act. Then he did the fucking Veronica one. We were hanging with Victoria last night. She's fucking great. Like the one thing about Victoria is she's like Matt Mead. Like she needs to, when she gets on stage, and I was saying this, and I'd say it to her face, like I said to Matt Mead, stop trying to tell jokes, Matt. Stop trying to tell jokes, Veronica. Just talk. You're fucking funny. You know what I mean? You're fucking funny.
Yeah,
when
she was great on the
joke,
show.
It's like, I'm funny and I'm telling a joke. You're not funny now. You're very funny when you're not telling a joke. Now you're telling an unfunny joke. But I love her. She was great. And now I got to get in the habit of that. I'm saying it out loud so I remember. I always want to break down these thumbnails. But yeah, you broke it down perfectly, Pete.
It was unbelievable.
It's a gem. And by the way, the ladder is on the escalator. I just noticed it. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I said it's tremendous what he did.
Paper loads of Visconti.
Yeah.
So fucking
I
good.
love the holy seed. Do you understand? Again, it's out there a little bit, but I get, as opposed to the holy seed, Gene, it's the holy seed.
He put so much detail. I make these on 200% zoom. It's not even a joke. That's why it's hilarious. I just noticed Geno in the corner.
It's all there, Lou.
Much like Lou Monaco as it does you, Peter. You know that, right? This guy, this guy that we're showing right here, fucking Lou, he looks like, if I say this all the time, if you if it's me, Pete and Lou Monaco, they're like Pete and Lou are brothers. Same thing at our wedding. At our wedding, they're like, there's his brother, and people are going up to Bomba going like, hey, he's like, no, that's his brother. And they're like, Lou Monaco's brother is Gene's brother? No.
No, I was the third one. Yes, I was the missing Monaco.
So funny.
All
right, a little more Joe Biden, just because it's a lie after a lie after a lie. And this is where it gets good, where they start. Okay, here's where it's like, this is where anyone with half a brain has to be like, Kiana, even you, did you see this? She's disingenuous. She's making, Joe Biden, she makes it about her here. She has no business. Yeah. Can we, I was about to say, can we hear this? Of course not. Let me know if you can hear this.
I'm shopping in the supermarket a little bit more than I was.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and we've taken the train. We never could take the train before.
Yeah.
In the last couple of days, I've been on a lot of airplanes. So I've been in LA and New York and DC.
Who cares?
So there's a lot of traveling.
But you still have Secret Service. That's the benefit.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your.
Woo! This is where the goosebumps.
Yeah, this is so awful. Did you hear this, Pete?
No. Oh wait, the dramatic decline. I think I heard. Let it play. Where she asked him about it.
He asked this question. I can't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either.
I get goosebumps when I feel awkward. Watch this. But first, guys, this is something I'm really proud of, and this is a true story. True story. I went to college when I was younger, and I didn't learn a thing.
Oh, this is his ad.
I was all about drinking with the boys, courses in the most important.
What is a unifying?
Why is Amazon paying me $20,000?
Why
Because
can't
you
I
look
do
like
this?
a horse.
What?
Pictures, self-paced, and yeah, you can suck on me, and it's simple to get started.
Love
edu/Clinton. It's free, and you know what? It's never too late.
Claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities in the final year of your presidency. What is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. We were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying.
I want him. I'm changing my answer. I want him to go to hell as well. He's still spouting the lie. He's still spouting the fear. And by the way, do you see him stutter through this answer before his wife's about to interrupt him?
No decline there. Are you going to answer it?
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that
and Alyssa, one of the things I think.
Before we even let her talk, does everyone see what just happened there? To quote Columbo, did you see what he just said? Blah, blah, blah. Did you see what he just did? Did you see what he just did? He didn't answer the question. He fell back on fucking whatever synapses still fire.
Yeah.
Orange man bad. Fucking, I'll say it again. I spent so much. I lost, Peter, you're right. COVID broke me because I knew people I spent 20 years with, worked with, bartended with, hung out with, fucking watched sports with, and then they said, well, we had to shut down the bar because Trump let COVID in.
Yeah, idiots.
Okay, so she has to literally bail out this doddering idiot.
Is that
I haven't
the
seen this.
people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us,
Of
and
course
they didn't
not.
see how hard Joe worked every.
I'm sorry to keep doing this and I'll stop. But right now, this is how dumb. This is why she's a cunt. She's about to talk to us like we're going to believe this lie. So you weren't there. You didn't see how hard he worked. And now that she knows, let me rephrase. Am I wrong, Pete? Now that, she's in the old model and whatever I say, people believe because they trust the news and the blah, blah, blah. Watch me just say whatever I want and people will believe it.
Yes.
And she doesn't realize what she's saying is ridiculous. Ready?
Yes.
You can talk to us go, Pete. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, I think you're right. She feels like whatever she spouts, they're going to put out as gospel so she can tell her story. That's why they went on here. This is our story. This is the real story. And then people will run with it. Go ahead.
And the beauty of it is, if I may jump in, I know you're going to agree, but I just want to say this simple statement. They expose themselves because they're like, it's like a child lying. Yeah, I put my hand in the cookie jar and a spaceman took over my brain and made me take the cookies. And they say things that watch.
Every single day.
Oh, he's overworked. That's what it was.
Every single day, Pete.
That's why he's mentally
Right.
unstable.
Nobody saw him. Nobody knew where it was.
He'd put in a full day.
A full
and
day.
then at night I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he was still
7.
on the phone reading his briefings.
Look at his
just
face
working
while
with
she's
staff.
lying. You don't
I mean,
even
it
know
was
what's going on.
nonstop. It's the White
Yeah.
House. Being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live. You live it 24 hours a day.
That I
Peter,
believe.
who would you argue most resembles that remark? Living it 24 hours a day. Don't get me wrong. You could say Obama did, but that is Trump. Trump sits there like, I'll talk on the plane. I'll talk now. Talk as long as you want.
I would say, actually, everybody but him.
Well said. Peter, even better. Thank you. I have such a age. Everybody but him is correct.
Yeah.
Let's watch a
Yeah.
little more.
That
that
phone
got to do
can
with
ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never
It's harder
leave
being
it.
a cop.
And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today,
So good.
if you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
Wouldn't you know it'd stop on a face like that? Yeah, that's what we want. Anytime. A ghost. That's who we want leading the most important country in the entire world. I got to screenshot that.
And Mr. President, just to follow up on this, some of the
Go,
Who
Pete.
is
I'm sorry.
she? Who is she?
I always forget. I could look it up.
No, it's fine. I'm
Watch
sure
this.
she's known
Hot
as the
sane. Peter, watch this. I'm going to Google hot sane chick on the. Actually, hot chick on the View.
She's
Hot
the only
chick
one.
on the View who's normal. On the View, I'll put who's not insane. Is that fair?
Yeah, either way, yeah.
I want to put not a cunt, but I'll put not insane. Watch this. Let's see what comes up. Ready?
Yes.
Share this tab instead. Hot chick on the View who is not insane. Enter. Images. I'll just go images. That would be Elisa Farrah Griffin. By the way, let's check the chat. I guarantee people are saying it in the chat. Curtis John says, rumor has it Keanu's shirt has a flat tax. Good one, KJ.
Y'all are nice to me.
It's funny. Now I'm just saying I'm trying to talk Geno and doing yearly Maxx Loads ornaments would be great. Mr. White, you'll have to run the cat. He's fucked in the head, never available.
Yeah.
Limited edition loads. She's a token conservative, rude KJ. All right, so wait, back to the images of it. Go on, Pete. What?
No, I agree that every president besides Biden was always working. They used to tell stories about Clinton. Like, for all the people who hate Clinton, and he is what he is, but he's supposedly, and he's working around all sorts of stuff that's going on. But yeah, I believe they were always doing stuff. Sadly, I believe H. Bush was so dirty and corrupt that, but yeah, he's the only one who I would say barely worked.
Watch this, Pete. Kiana, could you get me a few ice cubes? I would, but my nose really hurts. 1 second. Bitch. I know. All right, I can't stop watching. So this is the chick that calls him out, Alyssa Fair, whatever.
The reporting is that people like the former president you served under, Barack Obama, George Clooney, a longtime supporter of yours, major Democratic donor, Chuck Schumer, your dear friend Nancy Pelosi also had expressed concerns about your ability to do the job for 4 more years. Can I ask what your relationship is with President Obama and how you address those concerns that they raised?
Let me put it this way. I had 6 more months. I did a pretty good job in 6 months.
Yeah. What?
What is auto pen?
But the point of the matter is that
not just what is he talking about. He just said I did a good job. Again, no specifics, and the crowd gave him applause.
I did a pretty good job in 6 months.
Yeah.
What is auto pen?
Yeah. But the point of the matter is that I would offer specific evidence if we had time. Exactly what I got done when I was supposedly lost my cognitive capability, and secondly,
you're fully there.
We did after
you sold bombs to the Ukraine to fucking escalate the war. You fucking squinty-eyed fucking piece of shit married to a cunt.
Get out of the race. I said when I got out of the race, I was still going to be president.
Yeah, you know what freaked everybody out was that debate.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great night. It was a bad night.
Terrible night.
And everybody lost their mind.
Yeah.
Because, of course,
hey, sorry I got us in a nuclear war. I had a bad night. Sorry we lost that fucking trade embargo with those people. I had a bad night. What she beautiful Whoopi with her hair of silverback, aping the words of the left.
No one has ever had a bad night when they were. Nobody tries.
No one has ever had. The last person, watch this, Pete. I'll impression. I bet you'll agree. Who's the last person to have a bad night in the debate?
Joe Biden.
No, before him.
Before him?
Wait, Pete. I'm going to write it down because I'm just trying to impress my big brother. Ready?
Wait a minute.
Wait, before you say it, let me write it down because if you don't get it, you'll agree with me. Oh, my nose is killing me. Just trying to get ice.
What are we going?
Peter,
I'm
very proud of this answer, and it's going to be right unless I missed one. Go on.
Are we going all the way back to Ross Perot?
No, but that's a good answer. Why Ross Perot?
Because they made he struggled. Actually, his vice president Stockwell had the worst debate ever, probably.
But Peter, you're right. I'll rephrase the question, but they weren't politicians. They didn't know what they were expecting. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Pete, I'm very proud of this answer. I'm going to impress my big brother. Are you going to throw ice? Do the ice thing, baby. Can you go get me ice? Do the bit. Can you? Thank you, baby. No, I just put it in the. No, ouch. Just put it in the. Could you pour me? Would you be a doll and pour me a little? Hold on. Pete, come on. You're going to be proud of me.
I don't. Obama. Oh, Richard Nixon. Yeah, Nixon. Yeah.
Peter, can I tell you why? And I know you know, Teach, because he refused to wear makeup.
Yes.
And he was uncomfortable live, and he was sweating, and he looked hideous. And they're sitting there like, this guy's lying.
Yes.
Everything out of his mouth. They're like, yeah, thank you. Was this one on the floor? Can you stir that? Can you get something to stir? Thank you. I'm good. I have enough. I'm good. But
They said that if you listen to that debate on the radio,
right,
you thought
Nixon won, right? I didn't know that. Is that what they said?
Yeah, and if you heard it live, and if you watched it on TV, you were like, he was terrible, like you said.
Pete, was that a good answer?
Good answer. That's a good answer.
Thank you, Max. Stupid. All right, we might as well wrap it. We might as well wrap up this thing. There's 2 more minutes left. But look at the face. Is it up? Is it still up? No, it's not up. Look at the face. Like she's like, yeah, what my wife said. He's a dummy.
Yeah.
And this circles all the way back to my point. Like, and even our girl Carolyn Levitt said it. We encourage Kamala to do more interviews. We encourage them to do more public speaking. And if we don't see what? Let me ask you something. What the hell does Jill Biden have to offer to anything in the Democratic future, unless you're so broken on the left saying, well, we really used her a lot, and we thought it was normal to show a picture of her fucking behind the fucking desk in the Oval Office. This is terrible. This is reminding you what a fucking lie the last 4 years were. Am I wrong?
No. And if you watch, there are people on the left who will say he shouldn't be out there. He's doing a disservice to the party and to the movement, whatever you want to call it. He's done, and she's terrible, and she's not going to do. They're not going to do anything, And the more you put him out there, the American people see him as an old, doddering idiot. There's no way he left the race. The ones who don't see him as an old, doddering idiot see him as a guy who screwed the party over by leaving the race like he did and not getting out in the first place and letting them have legitimate primaries. He did a lot of damage to the party.
Did you ever hear the story that I heard, like, Obama, who was running it, hated Kamala, but Obama hated Biden, and since they didn't get along, he's like, fuck you. I will step down. Or once he found out he stepped down, Peter, he's like, then fuck you. I'm going to endorse Kamala and fuck everyone. And I heard that, moment where you go, Pete, what?
No, exactly what you said. That's exactly what I heard. If you remember how that all rolled out, he just put out a letter. Who knows if he even signed it or the auto pen signed it now, that he was not going to run because he's old. And they were talking about having some sort of quick primary or whatever. But he then, 2 days later, whatever, endorsed Kamala Harris. So now you got the president endorsing Harris. My question was always, when he decided not to run, why didn't he step down from the presidency? That would have made Kamala run basically as an incumbent. She would have been the president at that point. She would have assumed the presidency for 6 months. That's what would have made sense.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that because of what you said, I believe, what people have speculated. He knew, and he's like,
But also, he couldn't do that because then we were right about the cognitive, not saying something that you're like, oh, wow, Geno. You didn't even mention it because it's common sense.
Yes.
But it's like the second he does that, so they couldn't, they kept kneecapping or excuse me, hamstringing them. Mine's fine. Looking forward to. By the way, that's another thing. Doing next weekend, I will be doing shows. Kiana's not. She's starting with Chrissy Mayer. But I'm doing shows in Pennsylvania, and either Saturday night or Sunday morning, I'll come hang at your place, and I'm going to Franklin you. I can Uber, but I might ask you to drive me to the Hamilton train station.
That's a different
I'm going to leave the car there for while I'm in L.A.
What?
Kiana yelled, you should get too drunk to take me to... Kiana, let me tell you something. I will gladly get Peter too drunk to take me to the Hamilton. Well, Peter, I guess I'll have to take an Uber.
Wait a minute. How am I going to get home from the Hamilton if we're leaving your car there?
No, I'm leaving my car at your house. And or Pete, if you want, you can drive the stick back. You want to? Anyone?
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. So again, we might as well. But again,
so that means on May 18th you will be playing softball.
Without a doubt, the hamstring's great. Been taking it easy. Fucking I'm gonna stretch properly. So we didn't win the other week either.
Gene,
Peter, let me ask you something.
I told you what happened.
No,
we played 3 innings and the rains came.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You knew. Don't act like you didn't know.
Here's the thing. I've blocked it from my mind because I don't want to think I missed that. I don't want to think I missed that. So we only played. Did they reschedule them?
I guess they're going to.
Oh,
and the reason we got rained out, our game started almost 40 minutes late. So at least we'd have finished the first game had we started on time.
So fun. It's too good. It's too good.
I know for you. I know because you got problems. You're an addled F.
Addled. All right, let's watch the rest of this. I have to. I cannot. We might as well land the plane with this fucking bitch. Here we go. But again, look at the face. Look at the face of her. Like, you believe us, right? You have to. Go on.
Yeah.
Have a bad night. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So
the way to build abs.
And again, this is them going over while I fucking mute this ad because I could give two shits. This is them going over the, I had a bad night. Had a bad night. Are you nuts? Here we go.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So
just a bad night, guys.
Is
you can clearly see the guy is not capable of even having a conversation. He is mentally not well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jaws. I love this guy. And again, I don't know what it is. He goes, like the video. It's the only thing I care about. I love this. He's the best. Here we go.
We all seen the decline. Why are they hiding it? You can see it's right in front of you.
Why do you think people bought into it, especially the Democrats?
it took on a life of, and I had a very, I'm going to say something outrageous. I've not lost many debates in my life. I've been pretty good at doing that.
Tell you?
I was sick. I was no excuse. But I would not.
It's an explanation.
No, it's an excuse. I was sick, which is the worst excuse ever. The leader of the most powerful country in the free world. I was sick, so I had a. Are you?
Yeah.
I had a bad night.
And Hannah, you know,
Peter, and
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry that I'm yelling at you like, hey, dummy. I know you don't get this. Peter, he's the president. Peter, he's not a 5-year-old who didn't do his homework. He's president of the United States. He's like, I was sick. I had a bad night. You don't get to have a bad night as president of the as fucking leader. You don't get to have a bad night as the leader of anything. Go on, Pete.
No, it wasn't a bad. It was. Here's the thing. It wasn't. If people didn't think he was mentally compromised.
The Rumble chat is back.
Yes, I saw that.
Go on.
It's not yet. See, there's a difference. You can have a bad night. Like Obama at the one debate had a bad night, and that fat Katie Crowley bailed him out. But he could have a bad night because nobody thought he was mentally compromised. Biden couldn't have a bad night because the whole point of that debate was to see if he was mentally compromised or not. That's why it wasn't just a bad night for him. It was beyond a bad night because it showed he shouldn't be president. You know what I mean? Any other president has a bad night. It's just, yeah, he gave some bad answers. He didn't handle that question well. You know what I mean? And they sort of were saying that. Some people after that debate were saying, oh, it's a bad night. He'll get him in the next debate. It's not a big deal. But it didn't matter because it wasn't about his answers. It was about him being mentally incompetent.
Was it not also, and I agree with everything, but was it not also, this is
By the
where,
way, I appreciate Smart Alex. Notice how Maxine hasn't stepped in to answer from Max. How are you?
Smart ass. But again, it's not just that. It's, you said it. He had a bad night, but they were done with him. It was the first time they didn't give him whatever drugs they'd been giving him. It was the first time they didn't fucking cover for him, and they said, we are done with you. Like, am I wrong to say the obvious common sense narrative is they're like, you got to step down. I'm not stepping down. We're going to invoke the 25th Amendment. All right, you're going to fucking make the entire fucking, past 4 years look like you were lying cunts. All right. Well, good luck in the debate. And they let him dangle.
And by the way, what's interesting about that whole thing in looking back on it, that debate, that was the first time there was ever a debate before a primary was over.
Pete, I have to interrupt you to pat myself and in hot water on the back. We had Larry, not Bea, Larry Sharp on the day they announced the debate. And don't get me wrong, he said it to me. I don't know if Dan Bongino said it first, because we were listening back then. But on my show, literally an hour after I heard it, I said, he's like, you know why they're doing that? He's like, it's early, so like they want to see if he can do it. And you cannot convince me. They were like,
I know. Yeah.
How did I miss that? Speaking of letting it dangle, Max, stand up again, and I would have put stand up in those sweatpants again.
I can't even. So what I was going to say,
Pete, he wrote it.
I know.
He's a pig.
I know,
Peter, I apologize for smartass. He's vulgar. I apologize.
So what I was going to say, I was watching that show with you and Larry Sharp. I remember that.
And we were all like,
yes. Yeah. So there was debate in the Trump campaign whether they should do it or not, because if you do it and what happens, and it shows he's insane, in theory, they'd have time to replace him. If you waited and did it when they couldn't replace him in October, then you'd have killed him, because it's like, look, he's fucking senile and you can't replace him.
Yeah. They wanted, like, that makes me think in hindsight that it was like, I don't know who was in charge, but they oh,
the Dems, they knew. And that's like you said, why wasn't he hopped up on whatever they hopped him up on to give the State of the Union address?
Repeatedly. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get through the last fucking minute and a half without fucking losing our minds. Again, look at his stupid face. Jesus Christ.
Joe came on. I went onto the stage after the debate. I mean,
and said, "You answered every question."
Oh,
Joe."
Like a 5-year-old, remember?
we all saw
Yes.
it. It was terrible. And so Joe looked at me and he
What
said,
is this, Pete?
well, I'll use screwed up. He said, I needed.
Peter, what are we looking at right now?
Joe said he fucked up.
But what is he doing right now?
He's taking a sip of whatever in that cup. I'm assuming coffee.
Mommy's talking. Go on.
Say that. And I said, yeah.
We all know Joe Biden. We know what he said.
And I said, yeah, you did, Joe. But we have hundreds of people waiting for us. Put your shoulders back. Walk out there. You know, be who you are.
Why?
And we were not going to let 90 minutes.
She's evil. That is an evil woman. Get out there, Joe. Be who
right.
you are. He can't. He is
He
being
was-
who he is.
He
And he's a
is being
shell of
who
his
he is.
former self.
Yeah.
You're a sicko, lady.
What's that, Pete?
I agree exactly what he said. He is being himself. He's mentally compromised. She's a nasty woman to force him to do this.
She's a cunt. I've been saying it for weeks in my act. I'm like, and I pray there's a hell, and I want her to go to it. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Doing that to him.
Of a debate define his presidency and all those years of service.
Well, Dr. Biden, I
do want to ask you.
Bag.
Well, you know what? You know what? Look, we know, we see what happened.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes you
can see it.
kick it up and you stand up. We're here. We're in it together. He's not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna fight until we get what we
Give it a
deserve
month.
as Americans.
She'll
We'll do
What
remarry.
we deserve as Americans. What's that?
It was worse
That's
than I
sick.
thought.
By the way, the Rumble chat is in and out because we're getting some great Rumble chats in the thing that aren't popping up on my StreamYard. Shout out to fucking our boy. Where is it? Mr. White, elder abused by his own wife, priceless. She cares more about power than her own husband. This is the one I love, without a doubt. That's why they had a studio across from the White House. Don't need to sign in. I heard that, and I'd forgotten that. Did you tell me that? Or maybe Mr. White did. One of you two that I get my information from. That was why. It's like, why did they do all this? And they didn't even once it found out, like, yeah, we don't care. But because no one was saying this. We don't need to sign fucking any doctor in to give him whatever the fuck they were giving him.
I remember that. Yeah, they had a total set that looked like the real Oval Office. I'm like, that's insane.
And people figured it out immediately, that it was fake, but I don't think they figured this out for a while. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, what Mr. White said. That's the first I'm hearing it. I didn't realize that. But yeah, I guess if you don't have to sign people in, you can do whatever you want.
And that's why he had more vacation time than anyone. He doesn't tangle. Loads can lift the ladder with his dong at all times. This guy gets it. Larry Sharp, the Hitler guy. Yes, Jaquan, he's in the fucking show warm-up. Yep.
Wait, let me see
evil people.
I didn't see.
Yeah, it was. Mr. White told me that last year, and I was like, fuck yeah. Thank you, Mr. White.
What is Curtis John's avatar? Because he said, do you recognize my avatar? And I can't see it.
I don't know. Let's find it. Is it in the chat here? Because it looks bigger if I can use this one.
Curtis
John, send us something. I can't find it now.
You just scroll by it. There it is.
Where?
Right there.
That's just Curtis John.
Okay, he said, does Pete recognize my avatar? So I'm like, I don't know. I can't see it. Okay,
There you go.
Yeah, I recognize
I feel
that
like
guy.
there's a different one. We all know that one.
Yeah.
I think he means a different one. I'm familiar with the works of Curtis John.
Yes.
We're still on speaking of letting it dangle. Max, stand up again. All right. Well, look, I think we covered everything, right? Is there anything else?
No, I checked it all off my list. You got the Pope, you got the Prince, you got Bondi, you got the Trump trade deal, and Johnny Claire was here. Yeah, you got it all.
Kiana, go pet 6.
And it's been
Look at this.
You're almost at 3 hours and 50. I know. That is Kiana. You got it. Oh my God.
Let me tell you something, Pete. While Kiana was gone, 6 slept in her chair the whole time. She can say all this shit. She can say all this shit, but Keanu, she's playing with her. Look, watch.
That's not playing, Gene, because she has claws. That's not playing. That's attacking.
Keanu,
that's an
how
attack
happy was
cat.
Six to see you when you got home? She was. I'm not lying.
Right.
She was.
She was, because she wants to attack her. That cat's sick. Sick.
My little angel. Skipping rants. How did I miss a rant? Let me hold on. I don't think I missed a rant. Control 0. I'll make it nice. I got. Oh, okay. Hold on. Maybe I did. Let's hold on. Let's see. I will do it to Control plus. I'm so sorry, guys, because honest to God, share screen. Thank you for pointing it out with the check. Wrong. Ba-boom. Share. You missed some rants, and where does Corsica need to go to get his tickets for your show? I put it in the chat. I'll do it again. Get tickets. Copy link. Nope. Ba-boom. Hold on. What did I do here? Refresh. Putting it in the chat now. All right. Hold on. Putting it in the chat. Boom. That's where you go to get them. Please spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. Am I back? It's in the chat. You missed some rants, and where does Corsica need to go to get his tickets? Thank you so much. Nixon won the debate on the radio. Well said. I did miss a couple. And I apologize, but I love that I get so into this with loads and stuff. Rumor has it Kiana's shirt has a flat tax. Oh my God, Jaquan. How is Franklin and Tony Loads related to y'all who do you like better? Oh, wait. By the way, let's see. Oh, stop. Wait, I'm going to answer this. I bet it's an operator. Watch this. Sirius XM is calling. I want to answer this. Watch this. Hello?
Hello, this is Sophia Reyes calling from Sirius XM. This call may be recorded for quality purposes.
Oh, good. Here, I'll speed up the process. The only reason I subbed was for Howard Stern. He's a shill for the left. You guys are criminals. I subbed because you didn't have ads, and now I'm paying for ads. You can give it to me for $1 a month. Otherwise, screw off. I look forward to your response. You understand how fucked up the world has gotten? Thank God. Thank God, like, my credit card expired. Like, hey, your credit card expired. And I get a notice from them. They're like, we tried to bill you for $27. I'm like, I'm paying $27 a month to occasionally listen to jazz music? Fucking twat sickles.
Corsica, I believe can he buy them at the door? I thought you could buy them at the door.
You can definitely get them at the door. You can definitely get them at the. I mean, let me tell you, if you get to the door and it's like they're sold out, you can sit on Max Loads' lap and just dangle for a minute. Am I right, Pete? Well, trust me, it's more of a dongle than a dangle. Am I right, Pete?
What goes on in your mind?
Lots of stuff. Nothing good.
Not a lot.
Here, let me put it.
All twisted. By the way, we were golfing yesterday, and the course runs through a neighborhood, and the ice cream truck came through. So we ran out and got some ice cream while we were playing.
You and Mongo?
Yes.
I think I got all the supers I missed. I believe. I'm willing to guess. Thank you. I will drink. By the way, as long as I brought this up, I should show it for future reference. The lovely gal is Elisa Farah Griffin. No relation to Peter. Control Plus. New York-based communication strategist, G-Town University, politics, public service. She serves on the board of American The View. Continued role from March through December. She served as White House communications director and assistant to the president. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, December of 2020 for Trump.
Yeah, she looked familiar.
She was appointed to the role during the height of the COVID pandemic to oversee the managing of Operation Warp Speed. I love her. She was press secretary. Jesus Christ. This is great. Yeah, how long do you think she's going to last? Or she's like, you girls are twats. I don't even know how it works. Do they usually leave or do they? I wouldn't leave her dangling. Am I right? Huh? I got to tell you, I really appreciate The View. Nothing.
Look, that's a whole nother story. When you look at the women from the Biden administration and the women from the Trump administration, you could do a whole nother thing on that.
Yeah. Wait, I know why. Because the Trump women are just whores that he fucked because he's a misogynist, right, Pete?
Yes.
And I know he was the last person to ever have a female press secretary, right, Pete?
Gene, why? Just let it go.
Was he the first? Was he the first?
No, because
I thought he was. Thank you.
No, Clinton had a woman. I
bet
can't
he
remember
did.
her name. God, blonde woman. Sorry, Gene. End of the show. Losing it.
First female press secretary.
I don't know if she was the first, but Clinton definitely had one.
Yeah, I'm putting first female presidential press secretary. Dee Myers under
That's
Clinton,
our
Pete.
blonde broad, right? Blonde
Don't doubt
woman,
yourself,
right?
Loads. You got
Yeah.
your shit down.
I couldn't remember her name, and once you said, I'm like, that's it.
Well, of course. Gay bitches, end the show. All right, time to end the show. Jesus Christ, 3 hours, 20 minutes. I got to have a drink. Dance, Loads, that's fantastic. Do your plugs. Where are you going to be tomorrow night?
I'm going to be in the audience watching Gene and Kiana's show tomorrow night at the Roost in Vineland.
Peter, I'm going to be sharing the stage on Geno and Kiana's show. Look at that. There you go. Tickets are in the chat. There will be plenty there when you get there. My friend Angela sent me something. Hold on. What did she do? Sent me a picture. Paul Weaver bought some tickets. He'll be there tomorrow. Thanks for letting me know. Hold on real fast. I got our boy Gobble Gobble, who's been nothing but great to us forever, sent me this.
I'll tell Corsica, I bought my tickets on the site, so if there's anything shady, they'll have my credit card too.
Pete, I'll give you that 20 back. Hold on. Let's see. This is what Gobble. I got to. What did Gobble Gobble send? It's this. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna play. I don't know
Where
what it is.
you got people who have just been. They have been. The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem. That's the problem in all ghettos. That's the problem. You know,
Max Loads laughing. Thank you, Gobble Gobble. Here we go.
Niggerism, where you who have just been. They have died in the wool, if you will, against white America, against American structure, and they have no work ethic. You can't get a job. You can build all the jobs you want. You can't make these young boys go to work. They're not going to do it. The schools teach niggerism, you know, and that's why the immigrant problem issue is such a major issue, is because Latinos, Mexicans have not been indoctrinated with niggerism. Niggerism is to let the government take care of it. The government owes you everything. The government owes you a house. It owes you education. It owes you income. It owes you a track phone. It owes you a pair of sneakers. I mean, and this is niggerism. And that's what all the black, the Hamite, if you will, politicians, and progressive, if you will, Japheth politicians, that's what they teach. And niggas have just been beat down to the point where they have no work ethic. Detroit is suffering from a case of niggerism. And $100 million ain't going to go nowhere except into the hands of all the thieves and drug dealers and politicians. It'll be like, where did it from? Niggerism in Detroit.
I got bad news for you. You can leave, but I got to do till this thing disappears. Gobble Gobble. He's the one that sent us that. Dude, I got to tell you, we've been going over three, but to see you laugh like that, Angelo.
That is unbelievable.
But you know what's funny? He's black, so he doesn't know words, so he just says niggerism. That's when the ism, again, and I'm sorry that this is why, Pete, this is why I'm sorry. I think my act is really smart. I think I'm really good at comedy, but I just have I don't have a thing where I'm like, oh, that's about, I have no problem with any race or religion. I have problems with people of any color, mostly white people, that are stupid. So when I say that word, I find it hysterical. And I don't think anyone that I know is listening going like, he's right. You know, don't get me wrong. If I say something terrible about Corinne Jean-Pierre or fucking a hateful woman like Whoopi Goldberg, I'm being hateful, but I'm not in a racist way. And just, she's a piece of shit. And
right, she's a hateful person. I believe
there's a reason I call Jen Psaki a cunt when I get really angry, because I think that's the worst, most hateful thing you can call a woman, you know, right? But a black person, that's like, there you go. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying for the most part, it's a dumb, funny word.
And they would, by the way, they would hate, Whoopi Goldberg would hate that guy who we just listened to. And he's black, she's black. It doesn't matter. It's their thinking that gets you.
You're putting that on Six's toy. I don't mind. It's perfect. We still have the Kiana is like we took. Look at this. Look at this. Like, can you see it? Where is it? Yeah. Do you remember that's the toy that Aunt Chris and Danielle? I'm not even doing it right. Like the scratching post for Six.
Yeah.
When she's, I got to show you. I have pictures of like Six. I have pictures of Six when she was a kitten and she fits on it completely. And now she's this giant fat cat that just sits on it because she still uses it. It's so cute.
Well, she uses that instead of Kiana as a scratching post. No.
Kiana, when you got back, wasn't she happy to see you? Okay, I can't. She pulled a gun on you, Kiana. Am I correct?
She nudged my foot. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yes, she was happy to see me after she fucking decimated my chair.
Oh, you're stuck here a week. Well, you're stuck here a week with her. Wow, Michael Rappaport. Hi, Mike. I don't even get that. Do I look like him? Do you?
I don't know.
I don't get it. The Trip by Dark. The website Corsica, just come by. In fact, Corsica, I have a feeling if you come by and grab a drink with me, they may forget to charge you. You might come and have a drink with me and Loads and be like, did they just let Corsica walk in? By the way, look at this. All right, that's the avatar. Max Loads is against the flat tax. He's more for a poll tax.
No, I am better. See?
Oh, come on.
What is that avatar?
By the way, that's the avatar. What it looks like, is it just a stained pink blanket?
I can't see it, Gene. So you
hold on, let me try it this way. Control. I'm just gonna plus the fuck out of it. Hold on. Oh, it's just a pink blanket that got destroyed.
I can't. It's so foul.
Vulgar. Angelo, it's base.
Base, vulgar, vile.
Control Z. All right, Control 0, put it back to normal. Yeah, I can't, but it doesn't. Yeah, I can't open link in new tab. Let me see something. Here we go. Now we're getting to it. Oh my God. All right. Now we've gotten to the bottom of it. It seems to be, Peter, if I may, it seems to be a pink blanket with cum under a black light.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I got it. It's disturbing. And that's putting it mildly. It is very disturbing.
He's the hardest working man in show business.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. That is good stuff. Oh, that's good stuff. They don't call him Max Loads for his health. That's so funny. That's good stuff. All right, well, while I'm wearing the hat, you can go. We can cover one more topic. Is there any more topics we did not get to, Peter?
I don't think so. I have to pee. The only topic I had was the Supreme Court ruled that Trump said Hegseth. The Supreme Court ruled that Trump was able to tell transgenders they couldn't be in the military.
And wait, and they got pissy about that, you're saying?
People are unhappy. Some people are unhappy with it, but it was the Supreme Court. It went to the Supreme Court, and they basically ruled that Trump could do it. I don't know if they put a stay on the lower court or whatever the hell they did, but that made news that he's allowed to say, yeah, we were not having transgenders in the military.
Oh, Philly's in 40 minutes against the Indians, Peter.
Yes.
I don't know what your Braves are doing, but they stink. Let's see what's trending. The leftist who spit on Ed Martin during an interview has been arrested. Do you have any idea who that is?
Ed Martin was the guy Trump nominated for the D.C. Circuit Court, but he couldn't get support for him from the Republicans in the Senate, which is effing disgraceful.
Little.
And I believe Ed Martin was one of the people who supported the January 6 people, or at least giving them fair trials. I believe that's why some Republicans didn't support the guy, which is nuts. And I'm not sure if that's the place he then nominated Jeanine Pirro as the interim. I'm not sure if that's the same position. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's Peter. I don't know how to. I got to ask you a question. Gobble gobble asks.
Yes.
Did I just make Loads laugh harder than he ever has on this show? Well, you know what?
It's very
Let's find out.
possible.
Let's
It's
find
very,
out.
It's very possible.
Is niggerism. That's the real problem. That's the problem in all ghettos.
I just can't believe I'm seeing this.
Niggerism, where you got people
Now,
who
is
have
this
just
AI?
been-
Is this guy
they
really
have
doing
been-
this?
They have
I believe it's a
died
guy
in the
really
wool,
doing it.
if you will.
What's that?
I believe that's a real guy. I believe this is not AI. That this is a real guy doing this because he's fucking had it.
Look at him. He's saying it matter of it's like when you see that clip of the guy, I ain't gays no more. You ever seen that? And you know what? And he says it like such a queer, I ain't gays no more. Wait, hold on. Let me check gobble gobble.
Against white America, against American structure, and they have no work ethic. You can't get a job. You can build all the jobs you want. You can't make these young boys go to work. They're not going to do it. The schools teach niggerism, you know.
But look at him.
And that's why the immigrant problem issue is such a major issue, is because Latinos, Mexicans have not been indoctrinated with niggerism. Niggerism is to let the government take care of you. The government owes you everything. The government owes your house. It owes your education. It owes your income. It owes your track phone. It owes you a pair of sneakers. I mean, and this is niggerism. And that's what all the black the Hamite, if you will, politician, and progressive, if you will, Japheth politicians, that's what they teach. And niggas have just been beat down.
Play the Yates. I don't even know what the Yates or Hurrah trap is. I don't
know what that is either. I got to go to bed. I'll be right back.
Garrett and Steve are always playing. I don't even get it. Did Pete go to piss? I don't even know what just happened. It's so stupid. The Yates or Hurrah trap. I don't know where that clip is. Yatser. Does anyone get that? Yatser Hurrah trap meme comes right the fuck up. Are you kidding me? Here it is. Meaningful People Jewish podcast. I got to show this to Pete. Pete went to piss. We'll show him that in a sec. Fresh. Freeze it. Baboon. Hold on. I'll put this back for now. Stupid. So stupid. Unbelievable. She's been arrested by the U.S. Marshals. She faced 20 years in prison. I don't even know what this one is. This is fun to do. Loads, did you ever see the Yatser Hurrah trap? Why can't I? Oh, no, wait, you weren't. I can't hear you and you're not in the chat. I'm so dumb. Did you ever see the Yatser Hurrah trap? Now I can't hear you. I just can't hear you. That's you. It's definitely you.
Can you hear me now?
I
No?
can't hear you now. So
Well, the mic
I was
went
worried
off.
it was me, but it was you. Have you ever seen this Yatser Hurrah trap that fucking our boys Garrett and Steve play all the time, and I'll
No.
never fucking understand it?
No.
All right.
I have not.
The Yatser Hurrah trap it is. Look at this handsome Jew boy. You ready?
I hate I really hate I think it's a wonderful marvel of human ingenuity, but it's a Yatser Hara trap. I really believe that. So I've set limits on my phone. I tried to turn things off. I blocked certain websites, thank God. And so I'm hoping to curb the Yatser Hara. That's my hope. But I'm sometimes the Yatser Hara wins. Sometimes I lose time for Gemara because I'm doing who knows what.
Yeah.
But I'm trying my best. I hate the phone. I really hate. I think it's a wonderful marvel of human ingenuity, but it's a Yatser Hara trap. I really believe that.
Can't hear you. No. No. I heard that.
Yeah, I wonder if my mic is losing the charge. I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt, Pete. 3.5 hours. I will tell you, Pete,
What?
Yates or Hurrah
Yeah,
Trap.
that's what's going on. Mike's losing battery.
Oh, that's all, Pete. Yates or Hurrah Trap refers to the evil incarnation, the evil inclination or impulse that drives humans towards sin and away from divine service. So they have that cute little Jew boy say the cell phone's a Yates or Hurrah Trap. Of course it is. It gets them away from Gemara, Pete, which you know means to learn. That kid. These cute little Jews. All right. I lost him. Where'd Loads go? Look at Loads. P.
Audio. No, it should be good.
You're a giant talking P right now, and
There
I
you
fucking
go.
love
I
it.
don't know. I don't know why that all went out. I turned off this mic and went back to the computer mic. I don't know how to work this stuff.
I don't know where your camera is. Ah, there it is. Talk about just a lot of niggerism the last 10 minutes from you, Pete. Not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I know what happened. Camera. Yeah, no,
Do you
we're
know
good.
your truth, Pete? Pete, do you know your truth?
Yeah, we're all set. I got it. I'm going to put my mic back in the box. Now we know it's a 3-hour charge.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I will. This could be fun. And you can go anytime. Like, I just want to ride out. Oh, God, I'm not even wearing the fucking purple helmet. What a son of a bitch I am. I'm sorry. Let's see. These are like the one thing I like is that I really have to get back into, not get back, but I have to watch the fucking Rumble. But it's just like, it's so easy because I put the YouTube on the TV and the videos I've been watching. Dude, you know what else I've been watching? Oh.
I don't know. What you
Old
watch.
ESPN ads. They're so good.
Oh, they're
Remember
great.
when ESPN was fun and not woke and not stupid?
Yes, one of my favorites is when they're looking. Oh my God, why can't I remember? The guy used to do boxing.
Oh,
Steiner.
Charlie Steiner.
Yeah, who was looking for him?
Oh,
I
Pete.
think Holyfield was looking for Steiner.
Did you see fucking the Captain America thing we showed yesterday?
I should have.
What's that?
I should have.
It opened the show. Actually, it didn't even open the show. I'm going to show it again. It's from our boy Grillo sent it. It's so good. It's if Marvel was actually good. Hold on. This would be Captain America. I want to watch it again because I just find it kind of hysterical. Kind of hysterical, please. Plus, I always enjoy a good Ange laugh. You ready?
Yes.
Peter, I'm hoping you haven't seen this. Okay, does it look familiar so far?
No.
Here we go.
It's the year 2013. You're in New York City in the top.
So they just woke up Captain Marvel in 2016 New York. You ready?
Yes.
2013. You're below New York City in a top secret military bunker. How do you feel?
Honestly, Doc, I feel like shit. Boy, can you get me a cup of Joe? I'm literally freezing my nuts off here.
What did he just say to me?
Coffee. Can you read? I'll write it down.
Boy, he said to fucking Nick Fury, boy, can you get me a cup of Joe? I'm freezing my nuts off. Ange, are you getting this so far?
Yes.
He's like, what the fuck?
For you.
It's fine. Whoa. Come on. Times have changed. Show some respect, Captain. Come on.
Doc, I think we got a spy amongst us.
A spy?
The Jap kid.
What the?
I'm not spy.
He's Korean.
What the fuck does that mean?
They're all the same.
What happened? He's so racist.
Well, he lived through the 1930s and 40s. I mean, it would stand to reason that it was completely acceptable back then for a white New Yorker to be absurdly racist.
Hey, Jensa, can I get a Lucky Strike, preferably unfiltered? None of that sissy shit.
You can't smoke in here. It's against the law.
Christ, the Nazis won, didn't they? What is 7, 8?
No, actually, it's quite the opposite. In fact, we now even have a black president. And
Don't you ever take that tone with me again, you dumb broad. It's not a funny joke.
I'm a lesbian. Don't fuck with me.
Captain, Captain.
What?
It's not a joke. We do have a black president. We just reelected him.
It's the year 2000.
That's good stuff. That's comedy,
It is.
Pete.
Yes. Who put that together?
I don't know where this shit, like funnier people. I mean, you know, funnier people than we're used to in this day and age. It's unbelievable shit. Okay, we don't need the pink blanket. I'm shutting it down all the tabs. We got Nancy Sinatra. Fuck her. Philly Captain, give, send, go. Joffrey not suicidal. We got that. There's no new news. There's no new news on her, correct?
Right. Yes. No.
Well, let me ask you this. And again, then I'll let you, like, I don't want to keep you, but I'm just wearing out. Like, come on. How does this just fall out of the news cycle?
Because it's not the story that people want out, that the people who run the news want out. It's not even a story they're reporting on Newsmax. It's not a story.
We talked about this though. And like, you understand, fucking Prince Henry or what's his name? Prince which one?
I can't remember his name. You know who it is.
Peter, he froze the money in the settlement now. Did you see that? I talking to you? Isn't it amazing? She killed herself and then he froze the fucking money.
That he was paying her.
Yes.
Prince Andrew. That's who it was. Prince Andrew is who it was.
Yes, Prince Andrew. By the way, problem solved. Look at that, Pete. Our boy fucking Curtis, excuse me, whoever it is, the Authentic Pig Crank Blanket said just for Pete, and he seems to have sent a link.
Oh my God.
Girl, you look good once you back that ass up. Girl, you look good once you back that ass up. Girl, you back that ass up.
Hey,
looks good once you back.
You kidding me?
Looks good once you back that ass up. Girl, you look
what are we doing now?
Girl, you look good once you back that ass up. Girl, you look good.
Okay, we get it. We get the back that ass up, Gene. I get it.
By the way, speaking of which, hold on, let me put me back in. Speaking of which, what did you think, like that fucking statue in fucking Midtown? We were talking about that. The Midtown statue, you know what I'm talking about, right, Pete?
Yeah, show me the statue. Who is that? I do remember. Why can't? No, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm thinking something different.
Oh, come on. God, why can't I find the one I had? Statue of Black Woman in Times Square, The Independent. It is just, like I talked about it on, I think it was Tuesday's show with our girl Veronica, as I call her. It just furthers, like, this is a statue they put in Midtown, Pete.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know what it was. So what? Like, who is it?
It's just a fat black chick.
Why they put a statue there?
Because they want, apparently, because they want to talk about the struggle after cops were attacked by fucking young gang members related to Tren de Agua. I heard that, but look, 12-foot statue meant to confront preconceived notions of identity and representation. The bronze statue titled, Peter, this is titled Grounded in the Stars.
Just leave. I can't. Again, when you start talking about stupid stuff, you can't help yourself.
Like, how is this?
It's insane.
While Price hoped the statue would instigate meaningful connections, that makes no sense, and allow for deeper reflection around the human condition. Like, tell me this has nothing to do with art without telling me this has nothing to do with art. Like when Van Gogh painted all these paintings, I get it. I've said this. If you look at the artist's bedroom, it looks like this is how tortured he was. The bedroom is a place of solace. It looks like everything's going to slide out of the picture and crush you. Do you understand? The scream. I don't have to explain that to you. Well, when you look at this fat black chick in Midtown dressed like a fucking, one of my favorite words, slob. This should be titled Slob.
How do you know she's black?
Statue of a black woman in Times Square.
Right, but if you just look at it, I mean,
Peter, look at her hair.
I mean,
do you know?
Yeah,
Peter, I'm not thinking up. Like, look at the hair, Pete.
Okay, is it cornrows?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean,
but again, when you're like, well, it's a man's, it's a think piece. It's not. It's man's injustice. It's. What are we doing here? Am I on the wrong page? Why is it not? Oh, shrink it. Got it. All right. Look, when you're like, so Pete, when you look at that, do you think it allows for a deeper reflection around the human condition and greater cultural diversity?
No, I don't. It does not. It's a statue of a big black woman. I guess it would lead to the question, why is there a statue of a big black woman here? That's what it would lead me. Or any woman. Why is there a statue of a woman here? Or anybody. It's not a racial thing. It's why is this statue here?
I forget where I was watching it. Was it in one of the videos I watched today where they're talking about it's right where police were recently attacked. Let me go to my video history.
See, now you kept me. Now I'm seeing air traffic controllers lose radar again. You got the air traffic controllers losing radar, Rumble being out.
When?
You had that power outage in Spain and Portugal. I mean, is it all a test run? This is, to control you and stop movement. Just, hey, did you have your real ID to fly to LA? And when are you going to stop? I thought you're going to stop drinking for LA.
What's that?
I thought you were going to stop drinking before you went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I was going to do that, wasn't I? But then someone, your pink blanket sent me a giant bottle of Black Label.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I have not been getting hammered and I have not been drinking as much, but yeah, it is, they make it difficult. I need for it to be easy to stop again. I might stop next week just to dry the fuck out, but for now, that's good stuff. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
And just
look at that. We fucking wrote out fucking gobble gobbles. Did I just make Loads laugh louder than ever on this show? And you did. It was fucking great. All right. So again, while we're wrapping it up, I will say Virginia Joffrey, I can't God damn it. Share this tab instead. 2 days ago, Times of India, which I love, but it has a ton of pop-ups. It does. Oh, it's a video.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. I can't believe it went away when they basically said, fucking, we're not going to pay the thing. All right, let's wrap it up, Pete. That has been fantastic. I've got the show coming up tomorrow night. I will let you know about that. And what's that?
Yeah, what time is the show other than when you get there? 8 o'clock, right?
No. Fucking 7 to 9. Doors open at 6, according to this. That surprises me as well.
Oh, I got to tell the big fella. All right.
I will double check, but look, there you go. Jimmy Graham's Comedy Roost, 7 to 10, May 10th, 7 to 9. Doors open at 6. But like I said to my friend Angela, who's coming, Angela Riley, you're familiar with, I said, we'll schmooze. We'll do some glad handing. I have a feeling it won't start till 7:30-ish at the earliest.
All right. I'll let the big fella know.
All right, that's 3 hours, 47 minutes. Thank you so much. That's a long show. I'm going to edit it down. I think we'll do an hour free on the page and put the rest behind the $25 paywall. That's what we'll do. All right, Loads, you're the man. Dance us off, Max.
Bye, everybody.